This is George Lopez, and you're watching Byron Scott's Fast Break. But after it, go do some other shit.
All right, we're back, and I have been waiting for this one since we started this podcast 4 or 5 months ago.
It's only 4
It's
or 5
Byron
months.
Scott's Fast Break. I'm Kid J, Coach B. Scott.
What up, what up?
And hold on, I got to give him a proper introduction.
But that's not just Coach B. Scott. That's champion.
World champion.
How many? 4?
3.
We won one without you? I never thought that was possible.
Comedian, actor in film and television, producer, award show host, one of 25's most influential Hispanics in America, the voice of a Chihuahua, parrot, and a Smurf. Late night talk show host, always posting the funniest social media content I've ever seen in my life. Avid golfer, father, and just an all-around amazing guy, Mr. George Lopez.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I would keep golfer ahead of father. I thought you fucked my intro up, but no, you got it right.
So George, everybody in America, every Latino wants to know what the hell's going on with the hair.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? It's getting to be a little bit. I have no answer. Jeff Ross told me I look like fucking Einstein if he invented the churro. You know what? I'm gonna let it. I'm letting it grow. Apparently, I don't know why. There's no reason. It's not for a movie or anything. But I don't know. Now it's starting to get. People are starting to get a little bit mean. You know, I heard somebody say, "Go ask that old Mexican lady what time it is." They saw me from behind, and yeah, I don't know, man. It's fucked up, I think, right? I see it as fucked up.
It ain't fucked up, Joe.
No, it's great.
And everybody's got a fucking tip, you know. Jack Nicholson did. One time he said, "This is a good story too." So over there in Lakeside, Billy Antrid was a professional golfer, and he used to hang out with Pesci, and he told Pesci, "Hey, I'm playing in San Diego, man. But if I miss the cut, I'm gonna come back here. I'll see you on Saturday." And Pesci's like, "Yeah, I play with Jack on Saturdays." So he goes down there. He gets there. They're on the 8th hole, and he puts his Buick bag on the cart. He goes, "I'm playing with Mr. Pesci." I was over there with Jack Nicholson right there they should be at 9. So he pulls up back there, and he watches everybody hit, and Jack hits his like to the right. And then he says to Pesci, he says like, "Hey man, I think I can help Jack with the swing." He goes, "Go over there and tell him." So he walks up there, he goes, "Jack, I think I got a tip for you." And Jack goes, yeah. Everybody's got a tip for Jack. Well, I got a tip for you. You can take your tip and shove it in your fucking ass. And his eyes are like that. And he goes back and he sees Pesci. He goes, "What did he say to you?" And he says, "No, he didn't say anything." He goes, "What did he say?" And then he said, "Told me to shove my tip in my ass." And then Joe goes over and he goes, "Hey, you motherfucker, that's my friend, you fucking prick." And then he's like, "I don't care who it is." And you have those two dudes fighting with those voices.
That's great.
That's hilarious. So, George, you got to talk about
My hair.
where it all got started.
It's
Obviously you got started as a comedian, but what was your first breakthrough, and how did you get started in being a comic?
You know, I used to always talk myself out of going places in the beginning, because, I was like introverted, and the Grammys used to be on Tuesday in the 80s.
Yeah.
And then Sinead O'Connor did a performance where she had like an emblem on the side of her head. And then the next day I had a gig at the Melrose Improv, and I wasn't going to go because I was so shy. I'm not going. And I'd written some jokes about Sinead O'Connor, and then I ended up going. And I met Arsenio that night, and his show had just started. And he afterwards, when I was got off stage, he followed me and said, "Hey man, I'm gonna put you up to that long ass finger and shit like in the hallway." I mean, I was like, just look at his finger. And he said, "I'm gonna put you on my show," and I think that was the first big one. And then I think over the 5 years he was on, I was on 15 times.
Wow.
And he and I are still friends, trade message all the time. But he's been a great friend for me. And then during that whole Arsenio Hall days was, I was there too. Amazing.
Yeah, y'all should hang out and be at the
Laugh Factory together.
The Laugh Factory, the Forum Club, the Laker games.
That's right, Laker games.
Yeah, you be at the Laker games on the front row. You and Arsenio.
Yeah.
So Arsenio, one time we went to the President's Club back there, and he was in there, and Jack was in there, smoking a little thing, and then Arsenio says, "Hey Jack, remember when we used to come in here, man, and do those Cocoa Puffs?" I said, I said, what's that? He goes, oh, you would take the tobacco, I put a little cocaine, put it back in and smoke it. You remember that, Jack? And Jack hasn't said a word. He goes, did anybody ever tell you discretion is the prominent part of like fucking thing? Fucking awesome, man.
Going back to your comedy stand-up.
I took him to the last. I took him to the last game.
Cool. Yeah.
Because Avi Lerner, big producer on that thing with Haim Saban, gave me his tickets because he was in Bulgaria or something. And I said, well, who am I going to? Who would I take? Because this is the last, Kobe's last game. Who in the world could I take that would appreciate it? And I took Arsenio.
That's great.
I mean,
sitting right across from our bench.
Yeah.
So I had a good look at George and Arsenio that whole night. That was a good night.
And then one time when B was coaching, we went to opening day, and on one of the games Arsenio spilled a fucking margarita there. And the Lakers were up by 8, and they had to stop and clean
the floor.
And I said, look at B Scott over there. And he had his arms folded, standing there. I said, man, if they lose, man, we fucked. And you know what? They lost.
We lost. I was about to say, we lost. I remember that. I
was like, we fucked this game up. We have to drop this shit. And that margarita was probably, 12 ounces. But somehow when it hit the Laker floor, that became a fucking big gulp. There was this fucking thing and ice at the free throw line. But like, God damn.
Had to stall and had to clean all that shit up. We had a nice little lead going on, too.
They were running up and down and kicking their ass.
Hold up, George. We got to talk about our sponsor, Byron.
Yes, we do.
PrizePick.com. Big game was yesterday.
Yeah, man.
I won.
Oh, you did? So did I. And I'm telling you guys, it's so simple to do. All you got to do is go to PrizePick.com and use code BScott. That's BScott to receive a guaranteed $50 once you play $5 in lineups. It is that simple.
And the most important part of that is you have to play that $5 in order to receive the $50.
Yes.
So go to PrizePick.com, use that keyword right now. These are our partners. We're trying to take care of them, and we're trying to take care of you. Win some money like we did
us too. We've been killing all season long.
B Scott to receive that guaranteed $50 once you play $5 in lineups.
We're going to say it one more time, guys. Go to PrizePick.com and use code BScott to receive a guaranteed $50 once you play $5 in lineup. It is that simple.
Let's go ahead and get back into it. We're going to go back to your comedy stand-up days. Do you have... or what is your most memorable moment in stand-up comedy?
I grew up and the TV to me was like everything, because my grandparents, worked, and then, was watching TV all the time. I used to watch The Tonight Show all the time. And you'd see all the guys that everybody was on, Richard Pryor, Carlin, I saw Freddie Prinze on there. And I remember I was in Las Vegas, and I was looking at the life section of the USA Today, and Johnny Carson was going to retire in a year, and they said there's only 6 more spots for young comedians. And I was in Vegas, as far away from doing the Tonight Show, and I thought, man, it's like fucking Willy Wonka, man. Like there's 6 golden tickets to get, and I did the Tonight Show before he left, and I did it November 19th of 91, and to me, being on the Tonight Show and meeting Johnny Carson was the biggest thing.
Wow.
And he was wearing this gold presidential Rolex that night. It was a big thing. His ex-wife gave it to, or his wife gave it to him at that time, and he wore it all the time. And you would see it. I think they did an article on it in GQ. You never really saw presidential. And 2 years ago, when I was doing my show at NBC, my wardrobe person said, "Hey, would you be interested in buying Johnny Carson's presidential Rolex?" I said, "How'd you end up with that?" A jeweler had it because his widow had it, of course, and then she was dating a guy, and she gave it to the guy as a present. But then the guy said, "I don't feel good wearing it. It's not mine. It was his." So he didn't wear it that much, and then he ended up, wanting to sell it, and I bought it. So I have the Rolex he was wearing. Not only from 79 to 92, but also he was wearing it the night I did the show.
Wow.
It's at my house. A piece of shit don't work.
I was going to say, after 30 years, I was wondering if it worked, if it still worked or not.
I didn't know it didn't work until I was fucking 2 hours late to the fucking thing looking down. That motherfucker guy was like, God damn, this thing's going to get me fucking shot. And it's not like, I don't mind wearing a gold bracelet, which is pretty much jewelry now. But I mean, once in a while I take it out. But for the most time, put it away.
So, George, I'm going to take you to 2000.
Yeah.
In your meeting with Sandra Bullock. And how did that, from what I hear, how did that kind of change your life?
She's not here, is she?
No. We can talk freely.
Yeah.
No, you know what? I had somebody said to me, this producer said to me in like 99 that his partner was looking to do a show with somebody and they wanted to see me. And then he saw me at the Ice House July in 99. The dude went away for a whole year. And almost the same July he calls and he says, "You still interested in the idea?" I'm like, "Where the fuck did you go, man? You've been gone for a year."
Disappeared.
And then he said, yes. He goes, "I'd like to have my partner come and see you." And Sandra Bullock came to see me at the Improv. And then after I was done, she said, "I had a whole other idea for the show, but I think I kind of want to do what's in your act. Like your act is like a train wreck. Like you're like, you can't believe it happened, but yet you still want to see it." And then I went to go, I was hitting balls at Witsit. And I wasn't going to go. Again, I wasn't going to go. And my manager called me and said, "Are you on your way over there?" I said, "Man, Shane, what the fuck?" I said, "I'm not going." "What do you mean you're not going?" "They called and asked you what you wanted for lunch." I said, "What you going to do for me?" He goes, "They're waiting for you, so you better go." So I wasn't going to go. I was going to stand her up. And I ended up going. We sat there for like maybe 2 or 3 hours, and she was laughing. Somebody was taking notes. And then on the way out, she walked me to the bottom of the stairs, and I said, "Hey, what you're going to try to do hasn't never been done successfully ever in the history of TV." And she said, "Why don't you worry about being funny and you let me worry about that?" And fucking A, man. Like,
wow.
And then, I would go to Freddie Prinze's grave, I stole his headstone. That's another thing. So I would go over there. It was almost like my altar.
You still a whole lot of shit back in the day.
You still have that too?
I'm going to take that motherfucker before I leave. And this fucking ball right here. Apparently I have a history of fucking theft. I have a history of theft. I'm becoming aware now. So I would go over there almost like a church, like an altar. He meant so much to me. And when he passed, I just, I would go there when I had important things in my life. And I said, "Man, if there's anything you could do to I just want an opportunity." And we had a meeting with ABC that day. Sandra was there, and we were up in the, top floor, 12th or 10th floor. And we had a couch looking this way. There was a couch looking this way. And the president was this guy, Stu Bloomberg, and he sits down and he goes, "It's kind of dark in here. You guys are dark. It's dark in here." Huh? He goes over there to the window and he opens his drapes. And from where I was sitting, I could see Forest Lawn and where Freddie Prinze is buried through that glass.
There's a sign.
And that guy opened that thing, and I was like, "Wow, man!" Like that was, it's a sign.
Yeah, Freddie talking to you.
Yeah,
trying to get those fucking drapes. Didn't have a screwdriver on me.
So, George, you've obviously had a truly amazing career in both TV and film. Like, do you have
you ask MAGA people?
Do you have a favorite project? Do you have a favorite project of all time that you just near and beloved to you?
Well, I would have to say by significance or importance, I would say the first show is the one that is the most significant because I used to watch, like all of us, I Love Lucy. Chico and the Man.
Yeah.
And when we did 120. I never thought I would have a sitcom either, and especially not one that is still around.
Syndication.
And they told me, I used to always talk about Freddie Prinze and Desi Arnaz, and then this guy says to me, I think it's great that you honor those guys because you watch. I said, "Of course." He goes, "But you're more significant than they are." And I said, how am I more significant than they are? He says, "Well, Desi Arnaz, the show was named I Love Lucy.
I Love Lucy, yeah.
He wasn't the main character.
Yeah.
And Chico and the Man, Freddie Prinze was Chico, but it's Chico and the Man.
Yeah.
And you're George Lopez, and the name of your show is George Lopez."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, that's more significant than that. And that, it means a lot to me.
Yeah. So, you've been in this industry for a long time, George. How has it changed from when you came in to now?
Well, even though people say like there's not any Latinos on TV or anything, there are. You got the stuff going on with that Emilia Perez movie with Gomez and all that. And 20 years ago, 25 years ago, that was unavailable. There weren't Latino writers, there weren't Latino directors, there weren't Latino actresses, there weren't a lot of on-camera people. And 25 years later, 23 years later, there are. So that's more significant now, is that even though this is what people have to understand. The playing field is never going to be level, ever.
No.
So just worry about yourself and worry about the shit that you can do instead of thinking you need to carry the whole culture or the whole race on your back, because they don't give a fuck anyways. Mm-hmm. You see people who don't like you because of the way you look, but then we don't like each other for the way that we look.
Yeah.
So if you think that you're going to save Hollywood by, only doing good parts, go do the shit that you want to do. That's important to you, that's significant for you, whether it's a good part or not. Have it be about you, and don't look at the whole Latino race as one, because we're not all pulling in the same direction. And that's not the issue, but that's just the culture.
That's good advice.
Yeah, it's great advice.
That's good
and
advice.
you heard it right here.
Do you. Sure.
Yeah,
Basically, do you. We don't worry about it.
And listen,
Hollywood.
with social media and then all this shit that, people are so vile, man, and so fucking hateful for people and of anything. But also, it doesn't bother, maybe it bothers a lot of actors and people. It doesn't bother me. I'm 63 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck what you think about me, if you like me or not. And no one can separate the fact that you might say something that's rude, that's inappropriate, or whatever, but as a comedian, not as a person.
Right.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's how stupid fucking people are. They can't fucking understand that it's this
You got to
and that.
separate the two.
Hey, listen, if Kanye wants his old lady fucking throwing her fucking beef curtains out at the fucking Grammy, hey, fucking let him. Goddamn bat wings. I'm surprised she didn't fly away. But fucking hang upside down in that fucking theater. We only need one seat. My old lady's gonna hang upside down.
All right, George.
That's another one. Another joke. That ain't me personally. I personally like the bat wings, but that's different.
I would take you back to
the stop over there in San Francisco, just all bat wings.
I'm gonna take you back to the George Lopez show. What's a behind the scenes story that you could tell from the show that the fans don't know about?
Oh, fuck, man. What am I, Ashton Kutcher? I can't tell that one. I can't tell that one.
Will must know.
Yeah.
I will tell you this, though. I won't tell you that one. I will say this. I will say this. Nobody's really ever asked me about that show or what went on at that show.
By the way, I was on that show.
He was.
Were you?
Yeah.
Yes, I was.
I wanted to fuck Barbara Eden, but no.
When she was I Dream of Jeannie, or the late, even the later Barbara Eden was fine as hell.
Yeah.
Yes, you.
But
Okay,
no,
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you, George.
But there's some really great ones.
I don't want to put you in the box because I don't want to just. I mean, comedian wise, when you talk about Latino comedians,
Legends.
we got some legends that we talk about. You talked about Desi already. You talked about Freddie. I mean, some legends. If we put all y'all in the room together, who would be the funniest? I got a pretty good idea who it would be, but who would be the funniest?
Of all which ones? Even now?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Even now.
Well, the thing is, like when a comedian like that guy, I think there was a heavyset comedian that passed away. That no, a Latino guy, Ken Perez.
He just passed.
Yeah. So somebody said to me, the Latinos always fucking gossip motherfuckers. They said, "Hey, I think Fluffy. I think you do Fluffy." I said, no. It was another. I said another guy, fluffier.
Fluffy, but fluffier.
Fluffier than that guy. No, I think Gabe and I, we get along with, we didn't talk for years, so we don't even really kind of know each other, but in the last 2 years, I think, where we did the Golden Globes together, that was the first time. But I think if you put all those guys together, I think it would probably be me. I would think.
I'm about to say, okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
What advice would you give a young Latino comedian nowadays trying to break into this scene?
Talk to the audience. Apparently, that's what's working. I mean, I never did.
So comedy's changing.
The thing is that they would ask you not to talk to the audience, because it was like a simple thing, like a cheap way to go about it. And then now every look at Matt Rife. That motherfucker's on a fucking arena, and Russell Peters. I don't know how you're in a fucking arena and you look down at the first row. Where are you from? There's fucking 17,000 people in there. No, those are the things. So I'm from the generation where that was not the way to be successful. Now it is. So I would say, get right into there. Talk to them before the show. Fuck whatever you do. But I mean, that would be the advice I would give now. I wouldn't have given it to them when I was starting, but it's different.
So if you were building an all-time dream team, Latino dream teams, comedy, acting, singing, give me your top 5.
I would take Desi Arnaz.
Mm-hmm.
I would take Cantinflas.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Quinn.
Okay.
I would take
2 more.
Cesar Romero.
Okay.
And
that's a good one.
If we're talking about dead people, I would take Eric Estrada.
You would take who? Who's the last one?
Oh, wait.
Eric Estrada.
He said Eric Estrada.
I'll take Eric Estrada. He's dead, isn't he?
He's dead to you.
Yeah.
His fucking veneers will still be chewing after he dies. Those motherfuckers so big.
Can you talk about why you hate Eric Estrada
I don't hate
so
anybody,
much?
but I would kill him and then go have lunch at Batello's. When I was 17, when I was 17, they were doing chips in my neighborhood, and I went over there and put my hand out and and he didn't shake it and walk by. And I told my friend Arnold, I said, if I ever make it, that dude's going to be my target. And he knows. He knows. But you know what? The thing with I haven't seen him in forever. I mean, because I don't hardly go to the restaurant that he works at. That fucking Mater D motherfucker. This motherfucker will have a leather jacket on 130 degrees. His fucking vest, like a goddamn thunder shirt for a fucking dog that's scared of fireworks. You can't get that motherfucker out of that leather vest. And if he's listening and he doesn't like it, call this place. They'll give you my number and you can come to my house or somewhere and we could talk about it man to man. Because I'm not like this dude. He used to do radio interviews and he would have him call me and then he would say that, I saw him one time at a church fair and that he wanted to hit me. But there I was in front of him, and he didn't hit you, right? So anybody can be a fucking hindsight badass.
Yeah.
But next time you see me and I'm in front of you, hit me.
It's like social media.
Yeah.
All these people behind, they got this facade of this, where they can say whatever they want and think it's all good and be tough as hell on social media.
That'll be the thing. If you think if you want something, hit me and don't try to hide behind your fucking veneers like last time.
All right, George. You've been in the industry business for decades.
I'm still quick too.
You still quick.
Fucking fast.
Still got it.
Yeah, you still got that shit. Okay, so you've been in the industry for decades.
Yes.
What's crazier? And you've been to a whole lot of NBA games.
What's crazier? There's not nobody crazier than a fucking Disney adult. A motherfucker that's still living in the goddamn Magic Kingdom. Those motherfuckers. Hey. If you want to stop immigration and get some fucking Disney adults and tell them that they're going to close down all the Disney properties because they're taking all the people back to their countries, those motherfuckers, hey, they'll fucking do a Main Street parade and fucking kick everybody's ass.
I guess that answers my question. I wanted to compare it to the NBA, which is crazier, but I guess that answers my question.
Nobody crazier than a motherfucking than somebody who gets a Disney pass all year and goes every motherfucking day and cries when fucking Mickey Mouse comes out of that fucking castle at the end. I mean, they're out of their fucking minds, then. Right?
No, you're right. Because I got a Disney pass because I got grandkids. But we go once a month. It tops.
All
right, fuck you, George.
Do you cry when Mickey comes out at the end?
None of this shit. Matter of fact, I'm just sitting there going, man, y'all gonna get on the ride so Papa can go back home when this shit's over.
One time I went to the Main Street Parade with some cholos over there and shit, that their families, and they walk like crabs all fucking sideways. And when Tinkerbell went across the thing, I looked at this cholo. He was like, "Fuck!" He couldn't see the wire. Apparently, fuck.
George, I gotta ask, what is the craziest or funniest encounter you have had with a fan?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I would say that when I was doing my first show, when I was going home, a guy came out of the bushes with his daughter and knocked on my window and wanted me to sign some stuff for him. And I was like, man, that's dangerous, man.
You damn near got shot, right?
Don't trip. Like, yeah. And I said, why would you do that? Well, my daughter's a big. I said, hey, man, it's like fucking dangerous. But I mean, other than somebody using your identity, somebody said they were me one time and got a limo and ran up a tab and called me, and my manager called me, and I said, I didn't do that. And they said, yeah, you did. You took a thing. I said, no, I didn't. So somebody trying to be, probably Eric Estrada, trying to be me, hang on to some fame and shit. I guess he had a fucking night off for fucking Menchie's fucking yogurt to go over there and.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so they'll try to be you.
So George, if you had a chance, because I know you're a big basketball fan, used to see you at a lot of games, obviously. Yep. If you had a chance to take the place of one of the basketball players that you love, who would it be? If you had one day to be that basketball player, NBA basketball player, who would it be?
I would be Dr. J.
Ooh, why?
Because in that time of the 70s, and the ABA and the froze and the devil goatee like Artist Gilmore had, and the knee braces with the little hole in the middle, and just the doctor. I mean, I was obsessed with Dr. J and know him personally now. And he's having his 75th birthday party over there. I got invited. I think I have to tell him by the 5th, which I should go.
Yeah, you should.
So I went to his event, and they said, how big a Dr. J fan are you? I said, you know how big I am? That was the first doctor I ever saw. My mom, they never took me to the motherfucking doctor. Dr. J was the first. I had to tell him that when I saw Dr. J, I said, does this look infected? He's like, I'm really not a doctor.
But hey George,
that's how much just the idea that I would know Dr. J.
Oh man.
Or I mean, there's some great Lakers, of course, great basketball players, but just in that time of my life in the 70s, that the ABA and then the Sixers, like that was a big deal, Then Magic in 79 and stuff was a big deal.
Doc, and I know Doc. Is Dr. J one of the coolest motherfuckers to this day? I mean, when you walk in a room with Dr. J and he walk over to you or he's just walking around, he is still one of the coolest cats you'll ever see.
Amazing.
Love the Doc.
Amazing. And then, he had these loafers on. I'm like, Doc, what you got there, man? Some loafers, got little golf clubs on there. And his old lady says, tell him to take the loafer off and look at his feet. And he takes his shoe off.
Feet look like this.
You ever see a lady with flip-flops and the big toes covering the next two? I'm like, I see you motherfuckers didn't have any insoles back then or what? God damn, man. It's like, they fucking like veal, trying to fucking hose up. Like that, the way, I don't think the shoes are built, of course, with a padding and stuff.
Right.
Tell, but I mean,
Converse had no padding.
He did that in those flat Converse and tight ass shorts like you guys would wear. I went to a Laker game and it was tight short night. Like they had a throwback.
Tight short night was every night. What you talking about? We had all of us.
But with Kobe and those guys,
I remember that game.
Right.
I remember that.
Hey, and at halftime, the motherfuckers came out with nuts swinging. At the second half, they were like, "Fuck that, we're taking these shits off." Yep. They couldn't.
I remember Kobe walking back into the locker room and saying, "Fuck this shit," and we're taking all of this off.
It's supposed to be throwback night with throwback half. And they came out of those nuts, man. We're like, who started that? Iverson?
What, the long? No, MJ.
Yeah, MJ.
MJ started because MJ, he wanted to wear his North Carolina shorts under him, and they were too long. They were sticking out. So they increased, the Chicago Bulls shorts longer just so it could cover that North Carolina boom.
Yeah. So check this out. So I know the Jordans, and I'd never met Michael Jordan, and he has a golf course over there, Grove 23.
Yeah.
So we get invited to go play over there from Jeffrey, and this guy Jay. And I've never met him, so I don't know if he's going to be there. So you go there, and there's this car that's about this high off the ground, and it's like all black and long. There's you just hear it. You go, man, you think he's here? You go in the locker room, and he's there. He puts things on. We talk to him. Never met him before. Cool. It's a big voice. I don't even think anybody realizes the voice, the depth of that voice. So this guy Brian and I, works on the road with me. And afterwards, we were in there. There's probably like 20 guys, and MJ's right there. We're drinking, laughing. He gets up and he goes, "Hey, George, you come back anytime, man. My place is your place." And then he looks at Brian. He looks at his shoes. Motherfucker's wearing Pumas. And
Anybody back?
And Michael Jordan goes, "We sell Nikes in the pro shop." He goes, I know those shits are hurting your feet. Let me see that. I know those shits are hurting your feet. We got Jordans in the pro shop, man. Those dudes were fucking because I said it wasn't a representative of the Jordan brand. It wasn't Phil Knight. It was the motherfucking jump man himself. Looked at his shoes and goes, and all casual on the way out. We sell Nikes in the pro shop, and busted his ass out.
That's funny.
And we haven't been invited back.
I'm going to put you in a scenario. 1-on-1 with Charles Barkley. First to 5. Who's winning?
Oh, he kicked my ass. You know that?
We talking about Charles Barkley now.
Yeah, Charles Barkley today.
Not back in the day.
Oh, no, he still kicked my ass. I wasn't a good basketball player. No. I mean, I love basketball. Hey, one time in the front row, the ball came to me, and I tried to shoot it. That fucking ball's heavy as fuck. Right? That motherfucker ain't that ain't no shit you just. I thought I was just going to be like, hey, I fucking Fred. That motherfucker went down there. I mean, it's when they throw passes. I mean, I don't think the regular NBA fan understands how heavy those balls are.
And how hard it is to shoot that
hard it is to shoot that fucking ball.
Yeah.
And you look at Steph Curry shooting from damn near the logo and, like it ain't shit.
I mean, yeah. That motherfucker felt like a medicine ball to me. That's how old I am. I'm like, hey, what you got a medicine ball?
So, George, we're going to go back to basketball because, again, I know how you love basketball just like Kid Jay and I do.
Yeah.
Your top 5 NBA basketball players ever.
I would say, and this is, I'm trying, they would all be Lakers, but I'm trying not to have them all be Lakers because that doesn't show any. I would say Bill Russell.
Okay.
And great guy, too. Great guy.
Yes, he was.
Kareem.
Mm.
Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
You almost have to say Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
One more.
And fucking Byron Scott. This motherfucker used to make me go outside. I was so nervous watching the Lakers.
George, you crazy as hell. Now, that list that you had just now, why wouldn't Magic be in that list?
You know why? Because I think it just would have been assumed, and I was trying to see who else would I have picked that wasn't Magic. I wouldn't even know what it's like to be on the field on the court with somebody like that.
Yeah.
Like, you played against Dr. J.
Yeah.
And I think I don't think the Forum is as revered as the Boston Garden was.
Mm-hmm.
It's not there anymore. But the Forum had some amazing memories and history there.
Through there.
Yeah. No doubt what you guys,
no doubt,
and not only at the Forum Club, but on the court too.
I knew you were going there. Yeah. I knew you were going there.
We had to get the Forum Club in there.
I would have tried to fuck somebody from Love Boat. That's all they would have had to be. Hey, that girl was on Love Boat. Which one?
Which one did you like better, the Forum Club or the Lopez Tonight Green Room?
Ooh.
Well, I don't think you could catch as many diseases in the Lopez Tonight Green Room. So I would say safety. I would say medically speaking, I would say mine.
All right, I got a good question for you, and this should be, and I know you got one.
But I had Prince over there too. Prince.
That was one of the greatest shows
he wanted
ever.
to be my Bible teacher.
All right, I got a great one for you, and again, you and I go way back. It was like 40 years. We played golf together.
Right.
And I said this before we even started, that George did one of the greatest things ever when Kobe passed away, and I was sick as a dog. I just wouldn't leave my house.
Mm-hmm.
And George called me a couple of weeks after. He's like, B, I know you're hurting, bro, but let's come on out, man. Let's play golf. And I said, George, I'm not ready, right? So he calls me back a couple of weeks later. And my wife was like, you should go. You should go. And I said, all right. So met George on the golf course.
Yeah.
We played golf, I guess, but we really talked about KB and all the great things he did and what he meant to us. So I know you have a pretty good Kobe Bryant story to tell.
At the All-Star game, I think it might have been 9 or 10 in LA. At halftime, Vanessa came over to me and said, I don't think he's going to play that much in the second half. I said, what? He goes, yeah, no, he doesn't really kind of like the idea of playing, that kind of game in LA because it's his home place. He doesn't want to, be that person that play, you're playing in your home thing.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I said, and he doesn't want to play that much. I said, he's not going to go for like the MVP trophy. And it's like, no, I don't think he wants to. I don't think he wants to do it because it's here. He thinks it's like, I'm here. It's me. And he goes, go talk to him. And I walked all the way across over here shooting things. He had the black with the gold thing. And I said, hey, go. Came over. I said, Vanessa said you're not going to play that much in second. So no, I said, hey, listen, motherfucker, don't let anybody leave this arena with that MVP trophy unless it says fucking Kobe Bryant on it. He goes, okay, word. And then he did it.
He went out
and then he got the trophy. But then toward the end of the game, there was a loose ball down by me, and I got up to go and get it, and he was right there. And there's a picture of us with our hands just barely touching, like bent over each other. And that was a nice thing.
That's a great story.
Really, and the
That's
ball's
amazing.
in the air, and we're like that,
So I first met George at Kobe Bryant's house.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. First time ever. I was actually DJing one of the girls' birthday party, and George walked up to me and says, hey, you're doing pretty good, and walked the fuck away.
For a Mexican, that's a contemplating comment. You're doing pretty good. Yeah. You fucking start crying.
But the funny part about it was the following week, I see George at a Laker game on the floor. And he's sitting next to a guy that I know, Nino.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm walking up expecting to greet Nino, and George stands up, shakes my hand, and says, you're the DJ. And remembered that moment. And I said, yeah. And I guess you and Nino talked. I gave him my number. The next freaking day, the producer of the George Lopez show called me and said, George wrote in a DJ for the show. And that's how I became on the show. So thank you.
Oh, my God.
Thank you very much.
Oh, my God.
I had to make up for getting that little deaf dude fired. Remember the dude? Remember the deaf dude? That motherfucker would not leave me alone.
Well, I guess you made up for it, George. I guess you made up for it.
That dude, I had to make up for that one.
Oh, that's a good one.
I think I might have had a hand in his
demise.
His removal of Staples Center.
Oh my God.
That's crazy. So George,
and then at middle of the night,
my God.
Somebody would call me out here. That motherfucker calling me in the middle of the night.
You ain't right.
Oh my God.
You ain't right.
It's just funny. So that's the shit that makes me laugh. This fucking with no care for anybody.
All right, so I got a serious question for you now. I got a serious question. And I know this is going to happen. When they do a George Lopez statue, where would you like that to be placed?
In front of Eric Estrada's house. In 2 weeks,
Eric Estrada been getting that shit beat out of him today.
In 2 weeks, my nuts would be all rubbed off. Sanding his veneers on my nuts.
I was gonna say, Eric been getting the shit beat out of him today.
He fucked with the wrong guy. Put your leather vest on. Let's go meet in the middle of the summer somewhere.
Oh my God.
Go to Death Valley and have it out.
Oh shit.
Okay, so where would it be, Joe? Or is that your serious answer?
At that placita right there on Olvera Street. There's a little thing there. Yeah. It'd be cool right there. But, just because it's LA, but significant to me, I would say, yeah, I think there. or somewhere. Yeah, I think there.
That's cool.
That is
But
cool.
also,
Downtown LA.
also where the studio is, I spent my 20s and my teens, 18 to like 87 in all of this area.
Mhm.
Because I worked nights over here in this area. So I was driving around on the way over here. I'm like, wow, I used to go to over there, used to go there, used to go there and stuff like that. So it's a little bit of a throwback kind of like to my early life here.
I love that.
I'm not the same person I was back then, but it's great to see places that are still there that we used to go to.
Right.
So you got your star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2006. How many times have you been back to see that star?
My therapist told me one time, to remember, because I think of growing up hard sometimes. You don't let the achievements go in because they don't know how. Like you put up a wall so long, and those things tend to come and go. But I mean, that's if there's one thing that I really wanted to do was that. So sometimes I go over there and stand on it and take pictures with my shoes right there. But I did my new special that's coming out the 18th of February at the Dolby, which is like maybe 100 feet from 50 feet from the Star. But the Star was significant to me because from a 15-year-old, we would drive over there in the summer. And we would walk up and down Hollywood Boulevard, and I would see George Burns's Star, and I would look down and imagine that my name was there, and the fact that it is there is one of the most amazing things I think that's ever happened to me.
No, that's really cool.
When we bringing back the pool parties?
Man, the who weed in my pool?
Who weed in my pool?
August. How are those parties?
Oh my God, it's the best parties on planet Earth. The best parties.
Eddie Murphy came to. Eddie Murphy came.
Eddie Murphy showed up one day. Babyface. I mean, you name it. These are the best pool parties I've ever been a part of.
Ed Asner and Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah.
Lunel fell by my pool.
Anthony Anderson. I mean, it goes on and on.
Just an amazing array of people, yeah. And that's what it was just for. Like, if you smoked, you smoked. If you didn't, you drank. And it was just, just good fun, like fun.
Love it.
I'm not sure if the higher profile makes it harder now. You probably have to take everybody's phone. You don't want to take everybody's phone.
Yeah.
And do that. But yeah. But also, let me say for of taking Freddie Prinze's headstone, right, from Forest Lawn. Like, this dude meant so much and still does. And when they came to me and said, Johnny Grant said, I think it's time you get your star. And I said, I'm not going in unless Freddie Prinze goes in. And then that guy, Johnny Grant, said, I think he's in. He called me like 3 days later. He said, he's not in. And I paid for Freddie Prinze to go in before I went in.
Oh, wow.
And his son was there and his widow and all the friends. And I talked to Freddie Prinze's mom from Puerto Rico. She was older. She couldn't travel. And she said to me, he called my Freddie. So she would say, everybody forgot my Freddie except you. And thank you so much. And if my Freddie was alive, you and my Freddie would be best friends. And I was like, man, I mean, so even though I did take that thing, I replaced it with his star on the Walk of Fame. Yeah.
That's cool, George. That's cool. Before I ask you this question, give me that lighter, please. Over here. Yeah. Pass that over here. I need to relight this. But my question is, since we are huge golf fans and we love to play the game of golf, you've had some run-ins with some pretty good golfers. And I'm talking about on the professional level. Yeah. One being Lee Trevino. So I know you got a Lee Trevino story for us of you and him together on a golf course.
Well, the first day we met over there in Valencia, they were playing the Champions Tour over there. And I just never met anybody that was like cooler and Latino and six majors and all that stuff. And we got along and we've been like this ever since. And when I got home, I said, Ann was still married. Ann's like, how was it? I said, this may be the first time in my life that I never wanted the day to end. Mm. And she said, what about the day we got married? I said, day to end. I didn't want that fucking day to start. But at the Masters, he always had a little bit of beef at the Masters, because he said something that he thought was in private, and a reporter was behind him, and the reporter heard him say it and put it in the paper.
Mm.
And so from that time, he felt a little awkward, a little maybe they weren't as welcoming. And he had this big caddy, Herman. You know, him and Herman are legendary. And as they're walking up the ninth tee or ninth green, he says to Herman, after this hole, you know, there'll be a wait at 10. So go get me a hot dog. I'm hungry. Go bring me a hot dog and bring it to me at the tee box at 10. So, you know, all the whole race thing. And this was like in the early 70s, you know, blacks, you know, especially Latinos and stuff. So he says, I'm waiting there on the 10th tee. And I look over and Herman he's got that big white jumpsuit on, you know, and he's got the hot dog and he's got it like this. And Lee goes, bring it to me, man. And he says, no. He goes, right here, goes, bring it to me. And he doesn't want to do it. So now he walks over there and he hands Lee Trevino the hot dog. And Lee Trevino opens it up. And before he's going to eat it, he goes, did you tell him it was for you or did you tell him it was for me? Because it was like the poison that fucking hot dog. That fucking everybody's fucking rolling, man, you know. So that was one. And then we were playing in Carnoustie in Scotland, and the two caddies were like, man, the guy says to me, you know, he sees me hitting, he goes, man, you're a swing. It reminds me of Lee Trevino, man. I said, mine? He goes, yeah, but it's for Lee. So I said, hey, later on, if we get to the back. So we called Lee Trevino from the spectacle hole at Carnoustie. It was 7 a.m. And he's like, hey, baby, where you at? I said, about Carnoustie. And the caddy had said that he was there in the 60, 69 when Lee Trevino was playing with Jack Nicholson and a practice round, and Lee Trevino almost made a hole-in-one, and then he went to his bag and took a bag of candy out and started handing candy out, you know, in front of Jack Nicklaus there. And like the old caddy said, man, I saw you play once, Lee, with Jack Nicklaus. He goes, with that time I almost got the hole-in-one and I handed out candy on the way after, and still remembered all that. 82 years old and still sharp.
That's amazing. Yeah. I heard you played a round of golf with Trump.
In 2007, yes, not recently. But at Bedminster, I played with him, and you know, he was hitting he would hit these balls like his caddy said, "My name is Rabbit." You know, the caddy's all crazy nicknames, you know, Drac, you know, whatever. My written is Rabbit. I said, "Why do they call him Rabbit?" So Trump hits it to far right. That dude takes off. I found it, and you're like, man, this is bullshit. There's no way. No way that motherfucker found that ball. And then I started to want to see what ball it was that he was starting with and what ball he was ending with.
Yeah.
So I think he knew, and he would turn the ball so I couldn't see it. I was like this. And he would put it on the tee. So from where I was looking, I only saw the ball and not the name or the number.
Right.
And he did that the whole rest of the afternoon because he was like, you know, trying to keep it from me. Yeah. And then we were playing for money, and it was me and him against two other dudes. And on 18, I hit it in the sand, and I'm getting ready to hit my shot out, and somebody threw a tee in there. And I'm like, what's this doing here? And he goes, tee it up. And I said, oh, man, you're not supposed to do that. He goes, they're not looking.
Trap?
Yeah. He goes, they're not looking. I said, no, man, I can't tee it up. And then when we went to go have lunch afterwards, he ordered before us. Yeah, he just ordered. And so his food comes, he's got this bratwurst with all this mustard. He's putting this mustard on there, no bun. He's got this fork with this bratwurst on there. He's got like a pound of mustard on it, you know, just putting on mustard. He's eating. We haven't even looked at the menu. I mean, this dude has no, you know, he doesn't have no regard for your guests, you know. And from the kitchen door opens, and these Latinos come out. I see these eyes, you know, in Scooby-Doo, you would see the eyes in the dark. Yeah. And these dudes come out, and they got like a surfboard with pico de gallo, jalapenos, carne asada, fajita, chicken, tortillas, beans, rice, all that stuff on the thing, right? And Trump goes, that's not on the menu. And then, you know, the two guys carrying out go, no, Senor Trump, George Lopez. And he goes, so, you know, this isn't on the menu. When Trump's here, he gets a hot dog. And when George Lopez is here, he gets all this. And he goes, Senor Trump, George Lopez. And he doesn't see the significance of the fucking thing, right? And then he says again, you know, I just don't understand. And the third guy goes, chingado, fucking cabrón, George Lopez. Like, like he couldn't get that they would treat me that way in his place.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the bottom line is, and I've heard this on a number of occasions when he plays golf, he cheats.
That's not the bottom line. That's the first line.
I just wanted to make sure I got that out because that's what I've heard a lot, George, is that and he's a 4 handicap is what I heard, but they say, he cheats when he plays golf. I just want to make make sure I got that right.
I mean, he hits the ball. I mean, he can hit the ball pretty good.
Yeah.
That was 20. I don't know now, but it's pretty good. He hit it pretty good that day.
Hey, George, we'll get you out of here on this. What does it mean to you to do a show with your daughter, Mayan, Lopez versus Lopez?
Well, I mean, I was so alone as a kid, and nobody really paid attention to me. And I wasn't, the fastest athlete. I wasn't the funniest kid. I wasn't the best looking kid. It came from my grandparents. I never knew my dad. I lived with my mom. And TV was the thing that just kept me alive, I would say, because you would see these people come, and all the people that I really, really loved, that came from TV, And like Freddie Prinze and Richard Pryor and Johnny Carson, and, Rodney Dangerfield and all those guys. I met all those guys, and Bob Hope and people, and to get the first show was like something I'd never imagined, and that Sandra gave us that opportunity. And mine was a little girl in the first show, like 5 years old, and I never would have imagined that her and I would do a show together ever. I mean, she had worked and done stuff and was an actress and stuff like that. So. It's the most amazing, unexpected thing out of my whole life. Even more than my own success is that I get to work with her like that, and she's so good and prepared. And definitely every time that I look at her when we work together, I see her the day she was born. I see her as a 5-year-old, like 7, 10. I see all the phases of her growing up into this woman. So it means I mean, it's the most amazing thing ever.
Wow.
Love that.
And Lopez versus Lopez, our font and our logo looks way better than it did on my divorce papers.
Lopez versus Lopez.
That motherfucker did not charm me at all. I even told my wife when we were ex-wife then, I said, I better get to work if I'm going to pay you. And she goes, that'd be a good idea.
I think we get in on that note there, Jay.
So,
will I ever get married again? No.
We had that talk on the golf course.
Yeah.
We had that talk on the golf course.
One time Mayan says, would you ever get married again, Daddy? I said, I would rather fucking burn inside my fucking car knowing the door was open and still chose to push. She goes, Jesus, you could have just said no.
All right, George, what's next for George Lopez?
Like chicken, I'm going over there. That's all I'm gonna say. At this point in my life, I'm out. I'm out of the dating game. I'm out of all that bullshit.
Oh my God!
I'm out. They've won. I would say they've won.
All right, what's next for George Lopez? I know the foundation, everything else you got going on.
Foundation and the special and stuff like that. But just enjoying my life. Golfing. We'll golf. We'll go out there again.
We're gonna do it again.
Yeah. So like that. This
time we might keep score. I mean,
I know we didn't keep score.
Look, I'm gonna keep score. But most of the time when George and I play, I'm laughing so fucking much that I forget about trying to play well. Yeah. I'm just trying to hit the ball and have a good time because we just for 18 holes. He has grandmother stories and shit that we be going through, and his impersonation and the voices he does. Yeah. Man, I'd be dying. And I think the last time we were on the golf course, Andy was behind us, Andy Garcia.
Yeah.
He was behind us, right? He was playing by himself.
If we were to play with Andy, we'd still be playing.
So we said, and it's 4 of us. So he finally kind of catches up to us, and George said, we're gonna let Andy go through. I said, okay. He said, because if we let him join us, we're gonna be here all fucking night. They said, right?
Hey, George, it's Andy. George, it's Andy.
So we waited, we let him go by.
I don't play anymore. I'm gonna get up.
Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. George Lopez, man. Thank you for being a part of the podcast. Love you, my brother.
Love you guys.
Thank you for watching Byron Scott's Fast Break. If you like what you saw, here's some more videos. And while you're at it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
I think you guys know my story, right? I'm Mexican-American, no father, wasn't raised by my mother, was raised by my grandparents. My grandmother kind of tempered me by her fire, by her
her attitude and made me strong.
Everything was no. Birthday party? No, ¿qué birthday party? No. Why are you crying now? No. Chuck E. Cheese. You want to see a mouse? Pull the refrigerator out. What the? By your feet! By your feet! You saw him? Happy birthday. You saw him?
From the whole time I was a kid, no one was ever home. And that's like the craziest thing is that no one was ever home. So TV became like a sibling.
In that time, Dinah Shore was on, Merv Griffin was on, Johnny Carson was on, and I started to watch these shows, and they were really easy to watch. They were really funny. Mike Douglas was huge. I'd run home after school and watch Mike Douglas. Mike Douglas had Freddie Prinze on. I was a tremendous fan of Freddie Prinze. The first time I saw him, it made me want to be a comedian, and it made me want to be on TV. I didn't know those kind of positions existed until I saw him. In 1980, there was this cable company in Los Angeles called On TV, and they ran Richard Pryor Live in Long Beach on it.
Anyone here ever had a heart attack? Them motherfuckers hype.
When I saw it, it was just like life going from black and white to color.
I was just walking along and someone said, "No Marine."
That special, I ended up getting myself on a cassette tape, and then I would just leave it on in my house. It was always on. If it ran out, I rewound it and I started it again because I wanted to hear what it was like to go from a transition from one thing to the other. And from that, I mean, I just kind of set on my path to be as good as a comic as I could.
You know, most families talk about good shit. Well, I graduated from Stanford. Mexicans, hey, tell them about that time I got electrocuted, eh? Hey, ¿sabes qué? My feet were wet, and I touched the wire.
You sold out 8 shows in like a week and a half. Not at a comedy club.
No, at the Gibson Amphitheater at Universal Studios.
6,000 seats.
Over 50,000 tickets.
Wow,
During the slow period between Christmas and New Year's.
That is amazing. That really is.
And everybody left happy. A lot of Latinos there, a lot of white people there.
Really?
If you didn't laugh, you found somebody to do tile. It was fantastic.
Next gentleman was so funny, so fresh, so fly, so nice, we had to bring him back twice. Here's George Lopez.
Arsenio, he debuted in '89 and huge, I mean, incredibly popular right out of the gate. I was a huge fan of the show. I was watching the show every night. I mean, it was appointment for me, appointment TV. It was fresh. It had people that you wouldn't see on The Tonight Show, that you wouldn't see on Letterman, that would not get on other talk shows.
So I had a great day today. I got up, I played golf. Yeah, I played golf. You know, because you guys are looking at me like, well, that's ethnically impossible.
For the 5 years that he was on, I was on 16 times. The most that any comic was on his show.
Thank you.
I was in Caroline's in 1996, and Chris Rock's manager, Dave Becky, came up to me after he saw me and he said, I want to give you some constructive criticism, hope it's okay. And I said, yeah. And he says, you know, when I watch you, there's nothing about you that says anything about you, like what you like, who you are, where you come from, what you dislike, what your politics are.
I'll tell you, what a crowd, all right? What a crowd, good crowd, all right?
And I remember thinking, you know, that's kind of an interesting. And then I walked back to the Mayflower Hotel, and he was right. That whole night I spent thinking about it. So I got up in the morning and I started to kind of examine what my life was all about. You know, it was my grandmother and being raised, I was raised tough.
My grandmother used to hit me, man, for all kinds. I want ice cream. You want ice cream? No. Ice cream makes me dizzy.
I met Sandra in 1999, Sandra Bullock. And I didn't know Sandra Bullock from anyone. And she came to see me at the Brea Improv. As soon as I got off stage, she came backstage and said, I want to do my show, but I want to do it about what's in your material. I want to do it about your life.
Hi, everybody!
Hey!
Good to be back. So many people said at the beginning, oh, a Latino sitcom. It was a great comedy piece weekly. It had nothing to do with him being Latino.
Where's your mom? It's a full moon, so she's probably out in the yard combing her face.
Good comedy and great humor that stems from truth appeals to every audience. I don't care what race, nationality, what language you speak, it translates.
I found that my story was everybody's story. And, you know, my dream was everybody's dream. It's the American dream.
I am a living example of the American dream. I came from no place, no mother, no father, nobody in my family who believed in me. And my family always told me that I would end up on the street. You're worthless, George, you're gonna end up on the street. You know what? They were right. I did end up on the street, on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Thank you, America. Y viva la raza.
Estrada with a mustache. I'm not Paul Rodriguez. I'm the guy right now. Those guys had their time. They're over. They're done. You want to see those guys, go to the Morongo Sun or go to some Indian casino and you'll find them there. I'm the guy who's on TV. The wealthiest of all Latinos.
Now, what are you doing down here?
I came to see Howard, man. I mean, Howard is my guy. So I think enough bad stuff has happened to me in my life that they offered me a chance to be on the show.
Now, word is you're a huge fan.
The word, that's right. The word is I'm a huge fan. I just bought a new car, a Porsche that must come with serious radio, or else I wouldn't have closed the deal.
Now, what do you expect from Howard today?
I expect to make him laugh. I expect to just see Radio Mecca. You know, I did the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson in '91, but to me, this is a bigger equivalent than that. I mean, that pales in comparison to just going in there and hanging out with Howard.
George Lopez is in a new movie. He's got a TV show too. New movie's called, I keep hearing about this movie, I don't know anything about it. The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl in 3D, opening
it's
today.
A new
Kids thing?
Yeah, with what's the guys from Spy Kids?
There's the guy, George Lopez. That's him.
Robert Rodriguez.
Oh, Robert Rodriguez put that together. I got that shirt that you're wearing. How you doing, George?
It's a nice one. I'm good, Howard. How are you, brother?
Pleasure to have you on.
Thank you. It's really an honor to be here. What's up, Robin?
Hey, how you doing?
You know what? I just want to say that, kiss ass right off the bat. I think that you invented reality television 10 years before everybody thought of doing reality television. When you had your television show on, and it used to come on Channel 13 in Los Angeles, that was truly reality with whores and with drunks.
Yeah, you remember that show?
Absolutely. Not only remember it, my wife has tapes of it somewhere, and I went spend an hour. You know, not only did I find some of my old porn, but I found most of her family videotapes that I told her I never saw because she wanted duplicated on DVD. I just didn't have the time to do that.
Send me some of those old tapes because
they were fantastic.
I don't own them.
They were fantastic,
I
man.
wanted to put them out on like my old Channel 9 show.
Right, it would have been a great box set.
And you know, it was on right at the time. You'd get home around 1:30 and you'd had a few drinks and you'd go to Channel 13 and it was on. It was like the perfect, you know, instead of having a bowl of cereal, let's watch Howard and a bunch of drunks and whores battle it out in Hollywood squares, you know.
I don't think I could ever duplicate that show again.
That show was amazing.
You know, I would go do that again, but we'd have to not be on the radio.
Right, it'd have to be
do
your
both.
only job.
But you know, now they find people, they audition people. I mean, you just got people right off the street, man.
Yeah,
The dude in his own vomit.
Pre-interviews, no auditions, yeah.
You know?
I do kind of watch reality TV now, and I go, you know, we shouldn't have been so lazy about it. We would have had that whole market cornered.
Oh,
the worst.
From American Idol on.
I know.
The best is when you see something like Extreme Makeover where they take an ugly-ass person and they have an ugly-ass husband, and then they make the wife beautiful, then they return them back to the ugly-ass husband.
Yeah. What's he supposed to do?
Right, what's he going to do with
He's
that?
like, hey, give me back my ugly wife. This one's going to leave me. What am I going to do with her? You got a feeling, though, after they leave that reality show in about a week, they're going to revert back to being ugly.
Exactly.
Again.
I mean, it's all all the staples and the stitches come out, and then they just go back to eating pie again, you know, sitting on the front porch watching cars go by.
Hey, before we get to your movie and all that stuff, because I'm sure you're excited about that, this kidney thing is wild.
It's pretty amazing. I mean, I was literally dying, and my wife decided to give me a kidney. And from the beginning, from the time, see, I was born with this congenital kind of narrowing of the ureters, and I wet the bed a lot. And instead of, you know...
Well, hold on a second. You were a bedwetter when you were a kid.
I was bedwetter when I was a kid.
Growing up poor, growing up in the hood, I mean, if word gets out that you're peeing the bed, it could be curtains for you, right?
Well, it was curtains because, you know, my grandmother made me hang the sheets out with the stain facing most of the neighbors.
Oh,
most families, when they have a bedwetter, they try to humiliate the kid into not wetting the bed.
Yeah, because they think it's just something, you're too lazy to stop.
Exactly. My grandmother would say, why do you think you wet the bed? And then my grandmother would say, because he's stupid, that's why. If he would concentrate, then he wouldn't wet the bed. But, you know, she'd go, I don't know why you're going to flip the mattress. There's a bigger stain on the other side.
Great. And they'd hang it out there, and they figured if all your friends saw it, you would stop wetting the bed.
Exactly. And there was another kid that...
You should have said to her, listen, you bitch, why don't you take me to the doctor?
I got ureters, you bitch.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why I'm doing it.
I'm doing everything I can.
I'm trying to hold it in, which is even worse. That's what made me toxic. Is when you hold it in, you're just backing the urine into your kidneys.
System.
And
So-
I was toxic my whole life.
So since you were a kid, I read somewhere you had to go to the bathroom like 20 times a night. Like you had to keep getting up and going to the bathroom. It was
awful.
horrible. Even through your early years of being married, all that kind of stuff.
I used everything. Fiji bottles, Arrowhead.
But did you stop wetting the bed?
Yes, I did.
Even when you were married, did you stop wetting the bed?
Occasionally, it squirted out a little bit.
So would your wife get mad at you? Would she say, "Listen, honey,
She
I love you"?
understood.
But
My wife was, our bed was so big at that time. She's on the dry side, way on the other side.
Did she ever say, "Hey, wait a second, the bed's a little smelly"? Or did she ever take the sheets and hang them out the window, try to embarrass you?
No, she didn't do what my grandmother did to me.
Well, you had a pretty tough life. Your parents sort of abandoned you.
Yeah,
Your father.
My father left when I was 2 months. And he was a migrant farm worker. And this is really funny because you figure most migrant farm workers are really hard-working, decent dudes. My father was the laziest farm worker. And, I would always say that he would just pick enough lettuce for himself.
Right. You can't do that when you're working.
Couple
the field.
tomatoes, I'm done.
He migrated away from the family.
He did. He totally left.
He took your birth certificate
and some clothes and some other things. 2 months when I was born, and I never saw him again.
Why did your dad take your birth certificate?
You know why I think? Because I think he had other children in Mexico, and I think he wanted to use my birth certificate for one of those kids so that they would be a citizen.
Wow.
So then your mom marries a dude, she runs off with him and leaves you with your grandma.
Well, not only did my mom marry a dude, my mom married a dude who was like literally 60 years older than she was. And that was so embarrassing to me to have my mom be like 30 and have some dude that looks, like the crypt keeper driving you to school, man. I would duck down, and not only was I holding in my pee, I was pretending to tie my shoes at the same time.
We sometimes talk about, people who have children later in life and how weird that is for the kid. You actually lived it.
If this dude had sperm, it came in a freeze-dried version.
Did your mom run off with him and start a whole other family with him?
I have two stepsisters who consider me brothers, but believe me, I haven't seen them forever, and I don't even want to get associated with them. I don't want to get associated with my mother.
It's like the old dude didn't want to have you for his son, so he went off, started a whole new family, and your mom just left her son.
Yeah, exactly. My mom was wacky from back then, man. I mean, she fell out of a car when she was 13, got epilepsy.
Wow.
When that was
you fall out of a car, you get epilepsy?
Well, I don't know
It depends on what part of your brain you hit.
You just knocked right on the head, man.
Wow.
It's one of those. It's one of those situations where she's leaning against the camper door. Remember the old style camper doors?
Yeah.
She's leaning against the camper door. The light turns green. The camper door opens, and she just flips.
Our parents always said that would happen. I never heard of it actually happening.
Wow. I wish I had a video of that.
Oh, so do I, man.
Do you
just land on the street, and not only that, the driver doesn't know you fell out of the car.
Yikes.
They get there and they count. They get to the park and they count people. They're missing one.
I always
So
am
who
amazed.
raised him? It sounds
His
like
grandma.
he was completely left.
His
My
grandma.
grandmother.
You can't stand her either, right?
My grandmother is, now she's demented. My grandma's 85 years old, the most ungrateful bitch in the world. I'm rebuilding her house from the ground up. Literally, it's cost me $60,000. I take her over there just to show her because she's demented. She's like, when is my house gonna be ready? I'm cold. So I take her over there. There's no carpet. There's central air. They're putting a new roof. She gets in the car and she goes, that looks horrible. I'm like, you bitch, we're fixing it. That's what it looks like when it's a month away. It's progress.
It's a work in progress.
But the thing is that she's demented and she knows I'm on TV, but she thinks I'm Raymond from Everybody Loves Raymond.
No.
Right. She didn't even know who you are.
She didn't even know.
pay
She's like,
attention to
where's
the
your
show.
brother? Where's the tall guy that your brother?
But you find humor in this, but it is a painful life. I mean, when your mom and
Everybody leaves.
I can't believe the dad doesn't even get in touch with you for money. You know what I mean? That's the worst. So now you're feeling good. When you have this kidney problem your whole life, you were in danger of dying, right?
I really was, and we were still doing the show, and I don't think anybody knew that how close I was to dying. But I had 18% kidney function. This is how bad it got. I went to Cedars in February, and the guy says, Dr. Sinman says, while you're here, why don't I take a look at your kidneys? Why don't we do an ultrasound of your kidneys?
Right.
So I lift my shirt up. He puts gel on the back. My kidneys don't even show up on the ultrasound. That's how small they are.
Wow. So the only thing your mom gave you was bad genetics.
Bad genetics.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the guy says to me, the doctor says to me, tell you the truth, Mr. Lopez, I don't even know how you're walking around.
Wow.
But the thing was that, I had waited my whole life to get an opportunity to do my show. I wasn't going to go down because I was sick. I mean, I knew that my wife was going to match, and I knew that, eventually April 19th was going to be the surgery, and all I just had to do was make it to April 19th.
How did you know your wife was going to match?
Well, she was the only one tested. She was the only one who wanted to be tested, and believe it or not, she matched. I don't, and it's
she said she felt she knew. She
knew from 7 years ago when she knew I needed.
What do you want, Dan?
Yeah, actually, Robin just asked my question, but how rare is it that two people's kidneys will match? Is it blood type, tissue type?
It's everything, all enzymes, blood type, tissue type, and she matched, and not only matched, but an excellent match. And here's the crazy part: is most people only have one artery that go to a kidney. My wife Ann has two arteries, which is 20% of people in the world. They have two arteries. So I have two arteries, and my kid, I have like a super kidney. I have like a kidney that works twice as hard.
All right, so now you owe your. I mean, you can never divorce your wife.
Yeah,
I could never get a divorce.
But the thing is,
not laughing.
I'm not going to get a divorce.
That's our whole rap on you.
You can't get a divorce.
You could never get a divorce.
Yeah,
I mean, once your wife. What's your marriage story? Was Robin right? There was a point where you guys almost broke up at some point.
Well, she kicked my ass out of the house. Yeah.
Why were you being bad?
I was drinking and I was out, and in clubs and stuff. And the thing was,
you got crazy.
The thing about Mexican guys and about comedians in general, and when you're Mexican, it's worse. Is that you have this self kind of you want to do yourself in. So I was drinking. I knew I was sick. I was just kind of I was kind of trying to destroy myself, and she was the only person who ever wanted to save me. My family would have been happy. Yeah, I told you we were going to kill himself drinking,
Right, yeah.
They were just waiting for me to do something wrong.
So, in other words, your wife was giving you tough love. She said, hey, listen,
you can't
George,
stay here like that.
Yeah, I'm not going to put up with this.
She packed everything in this car. I had a 90 Volvo 850 Turbo that I got with money I had from Disney. She packed that car so tight. It was literally looked like a NASCAR from the 60s when only the driver fit. for me to hit park and put it into drive, I probably knocked over 4 of my sweaters.
Everything you own was in that car.
That car was packed so tight. I couldn't even see out of the rearview mirrors.
So that was it. The marriage was over. How did you win her back? I mean, thank God you won her back.
Well, I went back to this condo that we were staying at, and I had this crib that my daughter Maya was in, and it was incomplete. I took half of it apart, and I was sleeping on this air mattress,
a crib mattress,
a crib mattress, and
were you seeing other women at this point? Or
no,
nothing like
I was just
that.
drinking and just torturing myself. So what happened was that I look at this crib every day, and then it reminded me of all the guys that I grew up with and all the fathers of all my friends, who had pissed away their lives. And I said, am I going to be one of those guys?
You had an epiphany.
And I had an epiphany. Not only that, she made me go to the house and spend time with my daughter all day, and I thought, I better straighten out because I'm here all the time anyways, man.
Right, yeah, you might as well live there.
It's just embarrassing to leave,
So when your wife gives you the kidney, what do you do? I mean, this is it. You gotta behave. You gotta be the perfect husband.
Here's the thing, Howard. Everybody now says to me, "Well, God, you have to." They're all white people in the neighborhood. Everybody that walks by the house and sees me outside.
Well, you're a wealthy man now from the TV show.
I live in a great neighborhood, and they go, "You must have to be so nice to your wife now that she's giving you a kidney." And I'm like, "Not as nice as I had to be before she gave me the kidney."
Yeah, that's right.
Now I can do anything I want. You don't like my attitude? You should have bought that before you gave me the kidney.
But the great thing is, you're a different man now. Your health is good. Yeah. You feel good. You say even your appetite is different.
I'm losing weight because I'm losing weight the right way because I'm working out. I'm in the gym, and this mustache and goatee, whatever it looks like, is testosterone fuel. This is part of the results of the prednisone that I'm taking. So it's all steroid. I could never grow a mustache in my life, and now
I was going to say this facial hair is new.
I look like Cheech from Up in Smoke, man.
Yeah, I mean, you're a different man.
Yeah, I'm a different guy, and I appreciate her more, and I appreciate my daughter Maya more, and it's really just to have a chance at life now.
And now you don't pee in the bed, or you don't.
For old time's sake, sometimes I squirt a little out, man.
Once in a while, you pee in the bed just to remind yourself of what it was like. Keep your wife in line. No, honey, I'm going to pee in the bed just for you. This is an amazing story.
It really is a life. I mean, she really saved my life, and I believed at that point that I didn't have a life worth saving, man. I thought, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to go down. That's why when we were doing the show, most of the cast is great. The woman who plays my wife, Constance Maria, and the woman who plays my mother, Belita, and Valente, and the other characters. But there's always one. I'm not gonna say who it is, but just imagine the list. There's always one that gives you a hard time.
Right.
And I had just no tolerance because I was dying.
Right.
I had no tolerance for somebody who wasn't prepared to be at the show. So the only time I was mean is when I felt that people were screwing around when I'm holding the secret and that I'm dying.
Right.
And we're trying to do this show, and then somebody's pissing away their time.
Right. Yeah, it makes you angry. What?
The other
Tell
thing
me.
is, what was it? Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
I was going to bring that up. So
produces your show, right?
Yeah, Sandra Bullock discovered me and is still around. As a matter of fact, tonight in Los Angeles, I'm giving her and her sister Gazina an award for women in film.
How's she looking? Would you? I mean, I know you can't bone her, but
no, I can't. But Jesse James is, and you know what? Sandy's hot, man. She's hot. Yeah, absolutely, man. She's hot.
I think I almost had a shot with her, but I was married at the time. She invited me down. I came down to see her on a movie set. I forget what movie she was shooting. It looked like maybe she wanted to get some from
Mohowie.
From Mohowie, but then again, I took a look in the mirror. I said, "No way." I know.
I'm delusional.
You know, whenever you're gonna get somebody hot,
crazy.
Yeah, whenever you're gonna get somebody hot, never look at yourself in the mirror.
No, it's a big mistake. I went shopping yesterday. I got a good, like one of those three-way mirrors. I got a good look at myself. I go, I never saw an Adam's apple like that on any human being ever, except for Ichabod Crane.
Oh no!
So Sandra Bullock came to a comedy club
That's
one
right.
night.
It's a 24-hour fitness now in Irvine, in Brea.
I heard she was producing a show. She heard your stories of your life growing up in a poor neighborhood, being a Mexican guy growing up. And she said, I could never write anything this funny. His stories are better than anything we could write. And she believed in you.
And
I mean, that's pretty awesome.
And even back then, even till today, I mean, she's been the best, one of my biggest supporters. Other than my wife has been the complete biggest supporter of my career.
So when Sandra Bullock sees you do stand-up, and she says, hey, I want to do a TV show with you, then what happens? You go off and you write the TV show?
Then we go off and we started having meetings, her and I, and then there's this her attorney she has, this guy named Cliff Gilbert Laurie, who absolutely represented Sandy, but also represented Bruce Helford, who did Drew Carey, and he thought, why don't I put these two together? So we had a meeting, Sandy and I and Bruce.
What is
Helford.
Bruce, a writer?
He's a showrunner. He created Drew Carey.
Okay.
And worked on Roseanne. So we had a meeting at Warner Brothers, us three, and he came to see me, and he saw my stand-up and said, man, this guy's great, so let's do a deal.
Wow.
So then we went to Warner Brothers, and a year later, ABC saw us, and then, we had the deal for the show.
When a chick like that takes an interest in you, are you thinking, hey, she wants to bang me? I mean, were you ever confused by any of that?
You know what? Nobody's ever wanted to bang me, so there is no confusion whatsoever.
You're never confused?
Even just the woman who is my wife,
Just for the record, Fred wants to bang you, just so you know. You can feel very good
There
about
is
that.
one other
Good. All right, I'll
person
do
on
it.
There's another
Earth.
person.
I'll do it.
All right, so talk to me about this. You were upset that the Michael Jackson trial, evidently you were called in to testify.
I was. So
which
was
is
my
why-
wife.
Yeah, so was your wife.
Yeah.
And you were upset with who portrayed you on the E! Show?
Well, I thought the dude looked more like Scott Peterson than he looked like George Lopez. That guy wasn't even Latino, man. How hard is it to find a Mexican in L.A.? You can throw a rock and hit 5 of them.
Why not give a job to a Latino to play you in the trial?
So the guy is looks like Scott Peterson, and I had some pretty good one-liners in court, man.
Right. Did you tune in to see yourself portrayed?
Absolutely,
You did.
absolutely. So
Yeah, you didn't stay tuned for the whole thing, but you wanted to see your part.
Well, we were watching in my dressing room at Warner Brothers. My wife was in Pebble Beach at our other house, and I know she's watching. All of a sudden, they show my wife, and it's just the thickest, nastiest, greasiest person that looks like she's in a Lane Bryant top.
Oh no!
She looks like Mindy from Facts of Life. My wife went in a what's that color, man? Chartreuse, Saint John knit with Chanel glasses. She had big breasts that are bouncing as we walk in.
Yeah.
And then you just see Mindy from the Facts of Life
dressed horribly,
and she sounds like an accent because sometimes you have to say no, and she's like no. It's like somebody who just got off the raft in Miami going, are you from Cuba? No.
Do you think that they just pulled in some janitor or something
the lady looked like, if I wasn't there, you can't smell the Lysol through the TV, but believe me.
Wow.
The cleaning woman.
This is the cleaning woman. And my
Okay.
wife says to me, she calls me up frantic, and I'd already seen it. She goes, did you see the E! portrayal? And I go, no, I didn't see it. She goes, oh my God, the woman who played me. I go, I haven't seen it. And I had seen it.
Tell her not to worry, no one watches it.
Yeah, I was just trying to kill time.
Right, but I could see where that would bother you. So what was the story
Yeah,
here?
well, how did
when
you know
when you're
the
sitting
boy?
but when you're sitting in court? Did you take a look at Michael Jackson?
Yes, I did.
You did. Is it weird to see him staring at you?
You know what the weirdest thing, and I don't even know if a lot of people know this, but you know when Michael Jackson goes on tour, the dude has tape over all 10 fingers.
That's right.
And everybody thinks, why does he have tape over 10 fingers? And I will tell you why. This is the real reason. Because Michael Jackson is African American, and there's one place that you can't tint.
That's right.
And you can't taint is
It's
under your
the
fingernail.
nails.
You are
He is
absolutely
still
right.
black under his fingernails. So his fingernails look like Vincent Price in House of Wax.
You are so right. I had a meeting with him one time. I wrote about this in my book, and I talk about his face melting and the nose thing and everything. But I realized why the tape. When one of the fingers wasn't taped, you could see there was black skin under his fingernails.
That's right.
There's no black skin under my fingernails.
Yes.
Well, you're not vellum.
black.
If you were white, you would see
If
that.
we
That would
dyed
show
you
up as
white,
black.
that would look
That
more
would
black.
look black.
Yes.
All right.
Trust us, we know.
You guys have studied this.
We know. I've been there. I've been in the main room.
We've taken black people and dyed them white.
So I go in there, But here's the funny part, man, is that we get there and there's all the zealots are out in front, but there's one black woman who's sitting against the fence, kind of leaning like she's been shot, and she's got a puppet like this Gary puppet in her hand, but it's of Michael Jackson, and it's that big. It's just like a lifelike Michael Jackson, and the Michael Jackson puppet's upside down, and she's sleeping in between, and it almost looks like Willie Tyler and Lester between shows, like she's upside down.
Well, there is a group of people who hang out
And they say
outside.
it's growing, this group.
Yeah.
Since the,
Do you think he
deliberation
pays them?
started.
I mean, it's an odd
They're
group
just
of people.
who are just obsessed with this cat. They come from all over the world. So I get out of the limousine, and they're going, "Hey, George Lopez," and they're yelling at me, and people are yelling all my slang. You remember, right now, and they're yelling all this stuff.
All the stuff from
But there's one voice that's louder than the other, and it goes, "Don't touch boys' private parts. Don't touch boys at me." And I'm look back and I'm like, "What the hell are you telling me? The guy you want is inside. Don't yell at me."
You didn't do anything. You're not on trial.
I know.
Everybody else knows.
So people think if you're appearing at the trial, maybe you touch some
Yeah,
boys.
I'm like, I didn't touch nobody. I didn't touch myself.
Was Michael smiling at you?
Yes, he was.
He was giving you the
a
eye?
shot. He was giving me the eye.
Well, he heard you used to be hairless.
And then he was doing this with the fingers, and I'm like, that started to look away, man, because it's just. I think Michael Jackson is in so much trouble that he just tries to make a connection with anybody who's on the witness stand, like please like
It's
me.
almost desperation.
Well, it's
right?
like, hey, don't throw me under the bus here, you know.
And I think I'm still under the gag order, but for you, Howard, I'll do
You don't even
time.
care.
I don't care.
You
What the
did
hell?
time for this.
What happens if you break the gag order? Will they put you in jail?
Could.
I'll find out when I get back to LA later this afternoon.
You got a lawyer; he'll figure it out.
So I go in there and I'm looking for Michael Jackson. I walk in there and it's really kind of quiet and kind of dark and it's smaller than you think, So all the pool reporters are on one side. I walk in, I go out to the front, and I still don't see Michael Jackson. So I go over to the corner and he's kind of tucked away in this cove, and he literally looks like a nutcracker at Christmas, something you see in the front of FAO Schwartz, man.
He's got the uniform kind of thing going on.
He's got the armband. He looks like the nut. I mean, this dude dresses Howard like the Captain Antonil at the same time, man.
He's got both outfits.
And he's the whitest dude in court. He's the whitest guy in court.
And he's got the hair and the.
He's got the hair. He's got the sunglasses. I mean,
it's wild.
Yeah.
I know the feeling.
I mean, he's the color of vellum. He's not even white anymore. He's vellum. He's like almost grayish.
I sat about as close as I'm sitting to you, maybe even closer, with him in a room. And when I saw the nose and the makeup melting, and it's a weird scene. But what do you think? Do you think? I mean, you were there. Do you think he'll walk?
You know what? I don't think so, man. I think this time he's gonna
Really?
get put away. Yeah, I think
I don't think so.
I was there the day that they allowed the prior acts in. That was the day I testified, which was a huge day in court.
Well, wait a minute now. The jury has been out now for 5 days.
I think that's good for him.
You think that's good for
I
Michael?
absolutely do. I think that while, he might be up to something, I think juries today need to see videotape of him diddling someone before they'll actually
They need to
convict.
see the smoking pair of underwear. I don't think they have that.
They don't have the smoking
They
pair
don't
of
have the
underwear. That's the
smoking,
thing. So we'll see. Who knows? Did you look over the jury? Did you try to size them up a little bit?
I looked at the jury, and there was a Chicano dude there with a shaved head. I thought, okay, he's going to vote for him for innocent,
Yeah.
And there's
why is that? Because you feel he just would vote innocent no matter what.
Us in the judicial system,
What the hell innocent?
Something's up, right?
But I don't expect. Here's the thing: I don't expect riots. I don't expect the Rodney King. I don't expect L.A. to.
You don't.
Now maybe some Asian people will go crazy. Michael Jackson looks more Asian. Maybe some Korean store owners will burn their own stores down.
You think that the Asian community
will go
relates
nuts?
more.
Yeah.
They've adopted Michael.
There could be some stars flying out around L.A. People getting hit by stars.
Ninjas.
That's good. Oh, I love it. You ever get in legal trouble when you were a kid and things were rough?
I had a couple of drinking while under the influence of alcohol.
Yeah.
Here's the greatest one. I got pulled over for drunk driving one time, and I blew into the alcohol breathalyzer, and I blew 2.2. Yeah, 2.3. You know what my grade point average was in high school was 2.2.
You beat your grade point average.
I was drunker than my grade point average.
But
man.
now you're a successful guy. You got money. We got to talk about the movie in a second. Now you got money. Now you must have a big mansion.
I do have a great house. Here's the thing. I live. I'm not gonna say where I live, but I got a huge Mexican-style house in the middle of this block, and my neighbors now, they've never lived near a Mexican, so I think pretty much they're gonna think it's gonna be like da 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 da. That thing. George, your rooster got loose last night.
You would think there could be a lot of music
like that.
Yeah, right?
Like that.
But they realize that all people are the same now, and that
no, not really.
No, they don't realize that.
I joined this country club, and this guy comes over to me and he says, "Some of the I love the chickens, by the way.
Yes.
Some of the neighbors think that your fence is too high." And I told them, "You tell those people that if they want some, they can come and buzz my door, and I'll kick all of their asses." I mean, I still got ghetto in me in this neighborhood,
But do they accuse you of sending the real estate values down? Do they?
Howard, it's the biggest house on the block, and absolutely not. But I know they think that marijuana bought the house.
Right, and there's no convincing them otherwise.
Yeah.
Are you friendly with any of the neighbors? Some of them must be very famous.
There's a dude named Bobby, a couple of houses down, but it's a very celebrity-laden street, may I say.
But
Who's on your street?
Who you got?
Should I say?
Yeah.
Sure.
Jenny Garth.
Wow.
From Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Nice. I would do
all
her.
the Jen.
Hillary Duff.
Wow. And you see them running
Damon
around?
Wayans. I see him running around. Yeah,
wow.
Damon Wayans. Andy Garcia is a couple blocks away. He and I can't live on the same street because it's considered a duplex if two Latinos live on the same block.
Right. Yeah. That might be too much for the block.
The goat. We'll change our oil in the front yard. One day I'm going to change the oil in my front yard just so they can drive the neighbors crazy.
They're lucky you don't have much family, because if you had the whole family coming up, it would be wild.
You know that when I grew up in the neighborhood that I grew up in, the funniest thing was that they would have bouncy houses in the front yard, but the bouncy house was bigger than the regular house.
What about you and Andy Garcia starting a gang or something?
We should,
to terrorize the neighborhood.
Yeah, and Cheech. Me, Andy Garcia, and Cheech.
So now you're in the big house. This is all going well. The TV show is, I heard, 5 episodes away from going into syndication.
So we're 8 away from being to 88. They could syndicate at 88, but this year we'll get to 100. And
that's when the big money comes, right?
And I have thank you, and I have points in that. Thank
you. For you. I'm happy for you, man.
Thank you.
Sounds like you had a tough time, man.
I can't believe of all the people who are even my family hates me because I made it. I just want them to know I'm surprised I made it.
Right. Well, the fact is, how many Mexican guys, Latino guys, make it on television?
Nobody.
And you're not the traditional good-looking Latin lover type. I mean, you got there on your brain and on your humor.
The only time we're on TV really is when we've lost our baby and the all points bulletin, the Amber Alerts out.
You see a lot of your friends on there. George Lopez is in something. Now, I've been reading about this movie. I don't know anything about it, but I keep seeing the name.
I just saw a preview, and the name is interesting.
The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl in 3D. Is it in 3D?
It's in 3D. It's awesome 3D too.
You get 3D glasses.
Yeah, you get 3D glasses. And Robert Rodriguez is a brilliant filmmaker and the greatest guy alive, man. Really,
I interviewed him a couple of times.
Love him.
He is the guy. This is a great story. Robert Rodriguez wanted to get a start as a director.
Yeah.
He didn't have any money. He was a poor guy. He used to donate his body to medical science to do experiments on in order to raise money for his first film. And then he really he
took
hit
off.
it. He took off.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
I mean,
Mariachi.
That's a hardcore dude, huh?
El Mariachi, and then he did Desperado, which was just like El Mariachi, but a bigger version of it with Selma Hayek and Antonio Banderas. This is how tough. Robert told me he had to sell Selma Hayek and Antonio to the studio because they were like, they don't speak English. He goes, but they're going to be big stars.
That's right. But then the big movie he had was that kids
Sin
movie.
City.
Spy Kids.
Spy Kids.
Spy Kids, right?
So this is kind of like the Spy Kids genre. Shark Boy and Lava Girl is about dreaming. This kid Max who dreams Shark Boy and Lava Girl, and then they come to life, and then they go into this kind of 3D world where I play Mr. Electric, who's the evil.
You're the bad guy.
I'm the evil bad guy.
You're a cartoon voice.
I'm actually. I look like an alarm clock with my face in an alarm clock. If an alarm clock could be pissed off, that's what I look like.
So this is not a cartoon.
No, it's not. It's a real live action, computer generated CGI kind of movie. movie.
And this is the first time Rodriguez took his kid's story.
Racer Max.
It's the first kid's movie ever really written by a kid.
Right.
So when I go in the theater, I wear 3D glasses. You hand me 3D glasses.
Hand you glasses.
And things come flying at me on the
That's
screen.
fantastic, man. And you know what it is? It's about dreams.
I like that.
Dreaming with your eyes open. I think everybody will enjoy the movie, especially as cynical as we become in this world. That something simple about reconnecting with what is your ultimate dream and dreaming with your eyes open and dreaming a better dream. Thank you for the music, Fred.
By the way, can every theater show this? I mean, 3D. Don't you need special projectors or something?
Yeah. You know something. We're antiquated with the movie, the projectors. So you have to wear the old-fashioned 3D glasses. But IMAX has the polarized where they're clear. And then the movie just comes to life. But it's true. The effects are brilliant however you see it.
I did 3D on Butt Bongo Fiesta.
That's right. We did it for television.
I did it a couple of years ago when I did Butt Bongo Fiesta. And I did, I played Tarzan and Jessica Hahn played Jane.
Yes.
And even you could see the elephants when they would move their bowels. You would see it in 3D. It was amazing.
He moved a lot.
But I learned a lot about 3D. Everything had to move to the right. That was what I knew.
So, I do 4 parts in this movie. And I only signed up to do kind of 1, and then they added the teacher, and then I became the Toborg, the robot. And
so you are prominent in the film.
I am,
and you'll make a lot of money if this film is successful. You get points, as they say.
No, I don't have any points.
No points.
No
points.
Robert's not giving up anything.
Hell no. That dude, he's Mexican, man. He ain't giving nothing.
But he paid you well, I hope.
He paid me very well. Right. And here's the thing, about Robert is that I go in there and I'm supposed to do one job, and he goes, "Why don't you do this?" And it's just really traditional of Mexican hiring another Mexican. I'm surprised I didn't do some tile work on my way out, man.
Yeah, they're paying you enough.
George, you're the only one that can reach those fluorescent lights. Grab a step ladder and change the lights.
Let's review. I'm happy you got your kidney.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And that you're feeling good.
You're a great guy, funny guy. Congratulations on your appearance at the Michael Jackson trial. Everyone is talking and raving about it. Congratulations on your hit show and going into syndication.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I can't wait for you to go to satellite, brother.
I'm going right now. I think I'm going to walk out of here. I can't wait myself. Yes, what is it, Baba Booey?
So this is one of those stories. I never know whether it's true or not, but it's funny. So is it true that George was having some work done on his house, and there were 15 roofers there, and George was in the pool? So the roofer said, "Jump in." The owner's not here, figuring he was one of the.
That's I got 2 good stories with that.
All right.
I buy the house that the Olsen twins live in. My first big purchase was the Olsen twins' house,
right?
And we had to replace the roof. And my wife hires this guy. First of all, the roofer and my wife are standing next to each other. A neighbor thinks that I'm the roofer. That's number 1. Yeah. Then one day I'm writing on the show, and it's about 114 degrees, and I'm in the writing room, and I think, I had to take these dudes water, man, because they're Mexicans. They're on top of my roof.
Right.
So I go over there. There's nobody on the roof. All 14 guys are in the pool in their underwear swimming. So I go to the doorway, and I look at him like, what the hell's going on? And the guy looks at me, and he goes, "Jump in. The man's not home." That's one. That's one house. Now, the new house that I bought, there's a guy laying tile in front of the front door.
Mm-hmm.
So one morning, I'm going to work, and I'm dressed in jeans. I think I have like a cap on. And I walk through the guy, and the guy's going, "Tira la manguera," and he's yelling at the other guy. And he's on his knees. Doesn't even have knee pads. He's just on his knees. So I walk through the tile, and as I get 2 feet away, he goes, "Shish, shish." So I look back, and in Spanish, he tells me, "Hey, the people don't like it when we use the bathroom inside." He thought I was like a worker
Oh, dear.
So what do? You straighten these guys out?
I went around the back and took a leak on the side.
So you say, "Hey, I'm the man of the house here. What's going on?"
But, it's really hilarious to look the way I look, to have money and have people think that you don't have any money. One day I was getting ready to go work, and I was doing stand-up, writing my notes, and an African-American woman knocks on the door, and at that time the fence was incomplete, so she could just walk up, and I opened the door, and she goes, "Can you run and get the man of the house for me?"
Hold on, I'll go get him.
And I'm like, "You're black, you're the one that's outside."
Let me ask you something. You got a team of Latino guys working for you. They're all in your pool. And you come out. Now you have to say to these guys, "Listen, you got to get out of the pool and get back to work." You feel kind of weird doing that? I mean, because they're like, "Hey, come on, you're Mexican, we're Mexican. What's going on here?" I mean, you feel a little funny?
Feel weird?
No, not at all, man.
They're all right with
they do great work. I got a guy at my house right now that is absolutely the guy who told me, "Hey, the people don't like it when you use the bathroom inside." He and I have become great friends, and he's doing some great. They do great work. Here's the difference. Let me tell you the difference.
Do you find that though some of the worker guys are angry with you that you're successful, or are they proud of you?
Not them. They're proud. They're proud of me because I talk to them in Spanish and I've stayed connected. And that's how you do it. Here's the difference between the culture, and this is really the genesis of my stand-up is the cultural differences. Workman's compensation is not for Latino people. Workman's compensation was created for the white guy who falls off the stepladder, tears his ACL, and never goes back to work.
Right.
A Mexican guy can be on your roof. If he falls off, he wants to get back on the roof before you see him because he doesn't want you to get mad at the fact that he fell off the roof.
Right. He could be paralyzed. He's getting back
He's
up
getting back on the roof.
That's it. Hey, George, good luck with the movie.
Thank you, Howard.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks for
Absolutely.
coming. Yeah,
This is
great to-
truly, I mean, I
great
did
to
the
meet
Tonight Show in 91, but this is bigger than that.
Of course it is.
This is bigger
Believe
than
me.
that. This is
91
bigger than
was who was on that?
Johnny
Leno?
Carson.
Oh, Johnny.
But this is, to me, this is bigger.
How was the trip to the White House to meet the president?
Oh, amazing.
It was great. They
Yeah.
went, the Lakers were in D.C.
Yeah. My grandmother was born in Georgia in 1923. So, you know, to my family, it was a big deal for me to meet Obama. And he asked me, how's the married life treating you? And I was like, it's beautiful. He was like, you better say that now.
All right, so I said all in love. So as newlyweds, you are apart a lot because you're on the road and you're traveling, and then you shoot the show where, in Miami?
In Miami. I'm shooting Courtney and Chloe Take Miami right now. So it's a lot. It's a lot of back and forth, but we do our things to keep it sexy.
Yeah. How do you guys do that when you guys are on the road? Like Skype, like nude Skyping?
We always eye chat.
I call it eye-boning. You got to make it fun. We're married. You have to make it fun. He's on the road, and if I'm in Miami, you know, we still got to see each other.
I get it. I see, but you guys are young. See, I'm in my late 40s. Me and my wife, if we eye-bone and I'm naked, and if I'm naked, she's going to be like, where'd you get that thing? It looks like a lesion on my side. You know? She'll just be pointing out all my faults. Looks like you got shingles on your neck. I mean, you know, you guys are young. You look good naked. I should tell me to go put clothes on and come back and talk to you. How do you guys, do you do that every night, like after the game? And you?
As much as possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so the last time that we talked about Lamar. Everybody knows he eats candy, but you were talking about how he eats in bed.
Well,
all
it was
the time.
candy.
Chloe bars.
Chloe bars.
Yeah.
Is that what you eat?
What is a Chloe bar?
I can't tell you.
I know. I
think But he's moving on in life. He's moving on to now Oreos, but only double stuffed.
Yeah, double stuffed.
In bed, like a whole.
No, it's
I
not.
like ass.
As we speak, I'm sure there's what? You like what?
No, I can't say it again.
You
double stuffed.
He's double stuffed.
The double stuffed Chloe bar.
Yeah, double stuffed.
But what is there, like crumbs and everything in the bed?
There's
They woke up with
crumbs.
like cookies on the side of your face?
You should have seen it the other day.
The other day, I was like-
there was melted. Like he sleeps on them, so they melt in the sheets.
I eat cookies
But-
and milk when I'm in bed.
But he's asleep.
Watching sports
Like
center.
he'll be like eating in his sleep. There's glasses of milk by the side of the bed, tons of cookies. You go through probably a box a day.
Probably
Double
10 or
stuffed.
12 a day.
I bought original. I didn't realize it was only double stuffed he ate. I was at a grocery store. They only had original. I bought them. He refuses to eat the
You won't eat?
blatant
I
basic
can't eat
ones.
the normal ones, the regular.
And what about, do you ever wake up in the middle of the night and then you just go like that?
All the
You
time.
still got- Right there. You could have Oreo and Chloe bar mixed.
Mixed up.
Peanut butter and chocolate. They do it together. What a great combination.
100%.
Are you saying I'm peanut butter?
You are peanut butter. and
like
here,
peanut butter.
I got this for you guys for your bed. For your bed.
Thank you.
It's so silly.
That's for you guys to take.
Thank you.
It's lavender.
Okay, how tough is it when everything is going good and you guys are all in love? How tough is it to look at all that?
That's nothing.
It's just comedy at this point. Like
Yeah.
I was at the grocery store the other day. I was like, oh my God, how am I humiliated by him? Like I find it, I'm like, what? Like it's so stupid.
But none of it is true, and none of it is they call for facts, right?
No, they don't fact check. They always, it's a source.
So
If it's really a
crazy.
source, then put the person's name in there.
I guess I'm used to it from the sports world. If I miss a layup or if I can't make a free throw or something like that, people talk about me. So
What you had a incident waxing.
Listen,
You
you
tried
keep
to-
bringing up really inappropriate things.
It's just waxing.
Okay.
But you were in Miami and you were trying to get waxed. You couldn't find a spot in Miami to wax, so you tried to do like a home wax?
I like, you could tell I'm into the ball, you know.
Yes. Okay, listen. Why am I always the one saying embarrassing stories? No. Listen, you got to keep it clean down there. It's disgusting if you let it go crazy. I was trying to, Lamar was coming in town when he was playing the Heat, and I was trying to get a little clean.
Yes, but you and your sister were out trying on clothes, and she said,
okay, we were at a lingerie store. I was buying him a little present that night, and she was like, hello, you gotta fix your situation. And I said, well, I'm in Miami. I don't know anyone here. We called, no one could take me. She said in college she used to do it for everyone because they couldn't find anyone in college. She's 30. College was like 10 years ago. Point is, she does not remember how to do it. That hurts so badly. She burned me more than helped me. How'd you like it?
I could work through it.
So, the last time you were here, you and Kim took your DNA test, right?
Yeah.
I have the results.
Oh, God.
But they're what you would expect. You're 97% European, okay? And 3% Native American. So
am I Armenian?
You're Armenian.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
I was going to say, am I adopted?
Hence the waxing situation.
Yeah.
But we
exactly.
But
she gonna get a 5 o'clock shadow? Do we gotta go?
No, I was saying in a couple of hours she'll be 100% black.
He said in a couple of hours she'll be 100% black. Yeah. That's my man. So, Lamar, I love that one. We want to know what you are, Lamar Odom. So, I want to know if you'll take a DNA test.
100%.
You'll take a DNA test?
Yeah.
So we can find out. So we can find out what the kids are gonna be like, right? And what DNA makeup, and also we'll get Reggie's when Kim comes by, and then we'll have a little situation. We'll see who's blacker, Lamar Odom or Reggie Bush. Let's do that.
I'm with it.
And next time you come back, let's bring the World Championship trophy.
No doubt.
Lamar Odom and Khloe Kardashian Odom. Coming up on Lopez tonight, Kourtney Kardashian denies pregnancy rumors.
But I'm not pregnant.
You see? My favorite sisters are back for another season of their hit reality show, and this time they are taking over New York City. Please welcome back to Lopez tonight, one of the golden tickets, Kourtney Kardashian. You look hot.
Thank you.
That's like a retro look.
This is like bringing it back to the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's unfortunate? I was alive and you weren't even born.
79.
You were born in 79? Yeah, I was 31. So congratulations on the new show in New York. It's doing great. Yeah.
Amazing.
Were you nervous did you think that it wouldn't work?
No.
No.
It's New York City. It's like such an amazing place. There's so much to do, and we had such a good time.
Absolutely.
And I think people love, we really enjoyed ourselves. I think people can sense that.
You guys are very New York because you're honest, you're a close family, you use profanity a lot. And in the second episode, fists are already flying in the second.
That second episode was so crazy. I watched it with Scott and my mom and Bruce and some friends, and my mom and Bruce don't see the the footage.
Right.
They weren't there. They didn't know what happened. So they were like, wow. You know, when they were watching it, I was like, just wait.
And the episode started with Kim and W Magazine and her not happy with the pictures. But speaking for men all over the United States, I think we were all happy with the pictures.
You know what? And Kim actually was happy with them after the fact. I think there was just a lot of drama to get her to the point of being happy.
Right. Now, what happened at the club? Like you went to the restroom and came back.
Yeah, so I went to the restroom, everything was fine, and I come back and I see Scott being dragged out of the club by security guys, and he's screaming at people with pointing his finger, and I had no idea what happened, so instantly I was like, here we go again.
Yeah.
And then, I learned that, and then especially, it's cool that I got to see footage, like now I know Chloe and Kim and Scott were all telling the truth because I get to see it of this, girl and guy that kind of started a fight with Kim. And
Kim
Scott
was being very nice. Can I take a picture with the guy? Then the girl came over.
The girl came over, called Kim some not nice words, and, Scott defended Kim, which I think was... I'm glad that I would have done that.
Right.
That's the kind of family that we are. If someone was doing that, that's what I would have wanted him to do.
Here's why I think you guys are Armenian and a slight dash of Latino. Because he was actually helping your sister and you didn't believe him.
No. Because of all the drama in the past, I was like, come on. I know you can get a little wild, I just... wasn't buying it, but then everyone convinced me.
Yes, he was being a good guy. Do you know the last time you were here and we mentioned Scott's name, the audience booed him?
They did. The whole audience booed, and Kim and I were like, come on, that's not what we want. Just because you think that's what we want to hear, that's not what we want to hear.
Well, let's take another survey. What do you guys think of Scott now?
Thank you.
And how are you guys right now? Good?
We're good. Yeah, we're good. It's always, we've been really good. He's really been working on himself. We go to therapy. I recommend it to all. And
is there anything you say that comes up later on? Like if you said, "Oh, I didn't know that," and when you guys fight, like they use therapy things?
Wait, what?
Like if he's being honest, and in therapy you're supposed to be like under an honesty tree.
Yeah.
And then at night, do you throw stuff back at him like, "Hey, I didn't know that"? And
No.
No.
Is that? Are you speaking from experience?
I'm speaking for myself. Okay, so we talked before. On Twitter, what did they say? They said that Kim was the what? The beautiful?
Oh, a second ago. No, someone just Twittered me when I was backstage. So Kim's the hot... I don't want to give this person attention, so it's annoying to even talk about, but they're like, so Kim's the hot one, Chloe's the smart one, so which one are you? Or some, but trying to talk some stuff, and I'm like, honey, but
I think you are the hot and beautiful and intelligent one.
Thank you. But it's just funny because it's like we're sisters. It's not a contest. I love that Kim's beautiful. I love that Chloe's funny. Chloe's beautiful. Kim's funny. It's not a contest.
But how would you describe yourself? What do you?
All of the above, honey.
I'm looking at you, and it's a little bit retro. You look so hot, almost like an Armenian Farrah Fawcett from the 70s.
Thank you.
Is that a compliment?
I have no idea, but I am just going to take it and run with it.
Like a Wonder Woman,
Wonder Woman's a compliment.
Like if you had a rope. Anyways, who takes longer to get ready in the morning, Scott or you?
Definitely Scott. Like the other day, we were ready to go out the door, and he's like, "Wait, I haven't done my hair yet." And he runs back inside and he has to do his hair. And I'm like, what are you doing to your hair? And he's like, does it look like my hair is done? And I'm like, does it look any different ever? It always looks the same. So definitely Scott.
He's a little bit antagonistic even when he says hello.
What do you mean?
He walked into the hotel room in the episode, he goes, "Oh, so this is the big room." Like that. You know who he reminds me of? The bad kid in Karate Kid, the bad guy in Karate Kid. Doesn't he?
loves to annoy. Like, I think he's like the aggravator. Like, he like loves it.
I think he does love it. Let me ask you this. Who would win in a fight? Scott or Ryan Seacrest?
Oh, come on. It's no contest.
Scott?
No, they're actually both pretty boys. Like, they're both pretty boys. But I don't think either of them... Well, you saw Scott fight, actually.
I did.
I think Scott.
After I'm thrown down, yes.
I think Scott.
But also when they picked him up, his feet were off the ground and they were going like that. Like, hey, let me out of here.
Did you practice that move?
No, that was... Okay, so in New York City, everybody's packed together, and you rode the subway. Have you been on the subway before?
I was on the subway once in my life, and I've had 3 anxiety attacks in my entire life. One of them was on the subway, because it was the Subway Series, Mets and Yankee fans going crazy. I was like smushed in. I think I have a claustrophobia problem, so I thought I was going to be trampled and killed. But I said, you know what, that was 10 years ago. Yeah. We're in New York City, let's go on the subway. What have we got to lose?
And your life? How did you enjoy it this time?
It was actually really fun this time, and Kim and I, we were like chit-chatting with the people, like making friends. We were like, have you ever been robbed? And we're like, do you ever rob people? Like, just like...
Oh, normal conversation for New York.
Normal convo, exactly.
Did you buy a token and do the normal...
Kim bought a little card or something, like a pass, and we went through together like it was one. So I think we like snuck in a free ride.
You and Kim went through the turnstile together as one.
Yes.
I think it would almost be as 3. You, Kim, and Papang! We're going to come back with more Kourtney Kardashian. We'll be right back. Kardashian. That was a clip from Sunday's Kourtney and Kim Take New York. Did he buy the car?
He did. And I love how there was like all these paparazzi around, so I had to be like, I wanted to be like, but I had to be like, so, did you buy the car? You know, it was crazy, but...
Were you pissed off to that smile?
Yeah. Well, I was like, who does that? Like, we're like raising a family together, and you don't just go do that kind of purchase without running it by me.
True. That's true, right?
Like, we have a kid to save money for college, and, you know, responsibilities.
So you were smiling, and you wanted to...
Yeah. That was such something that my mom would do. It's, like, ridiculous that I even did that.
Did you want to cuss?
Of course. I probably did. I was probably like...
Can you smile and say you at the same time?
You. Is that good?
Yeah. I felt it right here. Now Mason he's not on the show.
He's not on the show. New York was hectic, and I'm glad that we made that decision. It just... I don't know. Scott and I both felt like it was just the thing to be made. There was tons of paparazzi at all times. Just better.
Yeah, and it's hard because how old is he? 13 months?
He's 13 months.
Yeah, so he's over all those things. Like he's over the breastfeeding.
I'm still breastfeeding. At 13 months, and it's so funny because last night I was sitting with my sister Kylie, who's 13, and she was like, we were talking about breastfeeding because we were getting our nails done, and the girl was like, how old's Mason now, 6 months? And I was like, no, he's 13 months, and she was like, and you're still breastfeeding? Everyone always says that. So Kylie was telling me a story about these people that live like in the middle of nowhere. They have no food, so they're still breastfeeding, and they're like 15 years old. And at first I was like, that is so sweet. And I was like, how sweet, like 15? And then I was like, wait, 15? Like, I hated my mom at 15. Like, if you're like, your mom's like, you're grounded, and you're like, I'm hungry, come back here. Like, I was like, that is crazy.
So almost like they're trying to have like a booby intervention with you, right?
Yeah.
To get you to wean you off.
Yeah, exactly.
So here's what I think. When Mason is older, if he's still breastfeeding now, Courtney, and he gets older and he's like 13, you can't get mad at him for drinking milk from the container. Because you're planting those seeds.
Okay.
He'll never use a glass. He'll just be straight from the container.
Thank you for that tip.
In the Kardashian babysitting lineup, who's the best babysitter? Who's the worst?
Bruce is the best. He's the only one that I'll leave Mason and not worry about it. Like, I won't be calling 100 times. Because he'll do things and then we'll take him to the car wash. He'll be like, Mason's my buddy. We're gonna go look at the ducks and feed them, and like he does things with him.
Yes, that's nice.
Kendall and Kylie are second. They're equal.
Yeah.
Chloe is next.
And the worst would be...
Kris Jenner is next. Then Kim. Because Kim is just like, come on, say Kim. Say Kim. And then Kim's like, take a picture. Let's take a picture. Say Kim. Okay, I'm leaving. I gotta go. And then she leaves. So Kim's the least one.
Congratulations on the show. Everything you guys do is great and really entertaining. And the book,
Thank you.
The Kardashian Confidential, is in its second printing and very exciting because there's a new take on it. And it is...
oh my God. Cougar is back.
I love that you were here, and I love that you came by yourself because we really got a chance to get to know her, right, Courtney? Courtney and Kim Take New York airs Sunday at 10 on E. Kourtney Kardashian, everyone. We'll be right back. Lopez Tonight never stops, even when the show ends. We're online and we're answering Twitter fan questions with Brian, Howie, AJ, and Nick. First question from Denise. Guys, what's on your bucket list? Question number one. Something that really that you want to do before, you get my age.
Oh, wow. What do I want to do?
Someplace you haven't gone.
I want to play golf with you.
I can make that happen.
That's in my big bucket
I actually had a chance to do one of the things on my bucket list. I actually went skydiving about 2 years ago. I was free balling in the air. It was the greatest thing in the world.
Now, in tandem or by yourself?
It was the first time I had a guy behind me, and the last time, like I said, I only did it once, and I said once only.
Yeah, because he can't do it again because the insurance policy does not cover it. So don't tell anybody.
It's not on the...
AJ?
For me, I would love to perform with Aerosmith once on my own. It'd be great.
I like that. Nick?
I want to dive with great white sharks.
Good, I like that. That's nice
Naked.
answers. Good answers.
Naked with blood all over him.
With blood, with a blood t-shirt on. Deli KMB asks, can you guys tell us any secrets about any of the other boys? We want some dirt, LOL.
We can talk about Kevin.
Anybody snore? Let's talk about Kevin.
I saw it.
Get in trouble. I'll start it.
Okay, go ahead.
AJ picks his fingers.
Yeah, I do. It's a nervous habit. I've done it my whole life.
What is it
I
that you
pick
do?
my fingers. I don't know. It's like I'll do it until I bleed, and I'm like, oh, that really hurt. Like I don't realize it. I've been doing it. There's like pictures of me when I'm like 2 years old, going like this.
And he twiddles in your shirt.
And I also twirl my shirt. That's how I don't pick my fingers. I do this. I will only buy a shirt if it has a certain
tickling.
texture.
It's called tickling.
Yeah, really?
Like a t-shirt. It has to make that rubbing
Likes
sound.
to be tickled.
Okay, I like that.
Strange.
He likes to be puffed.
Howie,
What about you, dude?
Let it go, Howie.
anybody snore? Anybody do weird
Howie,
stuff?
just
Only
like
eat?
his son, they both sleep with their mouth wide open. Wide open, and one of his eyes doesn't close all the way, so he looks like he's looking at you. It's freaky.
But that's the way.
Freaky.
That's the way you have to be with these guys.
We were checking in.
Nick will put like soap in my mouth every so often. Like I'll be on a plane trying to sleep.
We were
Nick
checking
be
in an
throwing
international flight. Howie falls asleep standing up, resting on the computer.
It was nice and warm. It was so nice and warm.
And we were like, yo, let's go. Time to check bags. And he was like this.
Basically, well, something I know about them. About me, or I don't know.
About you?
It's better if they say something.
Give me something about
me.
you.
Oh, wow. If they say something about me.
We want to be a clean
nice,
show,
please, because I got a lot.
So we can't.
I mean,
Nick is.
He's gotten so much better now. Like, there's not. He used to be really bad,
Nick
with
is a
like
prankster.
pranks and like.
Nasty smells.
I know you're thinking of one, Brian.
He tried putting Tiger Bomb inside Howie's crotch of his underwear before a show. Howie figured it out and then put it on his in-ear monitor. And like halfway through the show, he's like,
ears were burning.
Is that right? That's hilarious.
I gave him a hot pepper one time because being Latin, we can eat that kind of hot stuff. Nick couldn't eat it, man. His face turned all red and blotchy.
I got all
over.
flushed and stuff in front of these girls that we were like, they were opening up for us. And this was like 10, 15 years ago. And what about the one time you threw me out in my underwear? And
I didn't. That was Kevin. But Nick came in.
Oh, it wasn't.
And he says, I never seen you be so Latin. He's like, you went, I killed you. You do that to me again, man.
Nick walked back in, saw Howie laugh, and thought Howie did it, so he hit Howie in the back of the neck. All of a sudden, he became like Tony Montana.
Puerto Rican jumped out of me.
He's like, dude, I'm gonna kill you.
Tony Montana.
I'll kill you tonight. Okay, here Juliet J asks, in what country are the most beautiful girls located?
America. Woo! This is only broadcast here, right? It's only broadcast here.
Yeah, but
in
they get a
America?
little bit crusty when they spend the night in the car. Denise Casas wants to know, what are your phobias? I think we already found AJ's. What are your phobias?
The clowns is mine. That's my biggest. Are you
serious?
Terrified of clowns.
From the time you were a kid, if you went to a circus, you'd flip out at
That's
like a
what
birthday
did it.
party?
That's what did it to me. I was 3 years old. My mom took me, and the little Volkswagen Bug came out, and all the clowns came out, and this really big female clown came, took me from my mom, and put me in her lap and was like, and apparently I peed and pooped myself, and then we had to leave. I'm done. I can't even like see clowns on billboards. Nothing.
Oh, I like that.
I can't stand heights. I could not skydive. It wouldn't happen with me.
Heights, like even if you stay in a hotel, you can't stay like.
I kind of get weird and I back away
No,
from.
but you
windows
ride
and
roller
stuff like
coasters
that.
though. I don't ride roller coasters.
Well, roller coasters is different. I'm strapped in. I mean, it's like I don't know what it is.
I don't ride roller coasters.
Roller coasters?
Because I'm scared of heights too. So.
Yeah.
Very much so. I get sick and ill. We were in South America one time, and we were launching the Black and Blue CD. Kevin jumped up on the top of this hotel, and I literally like almost threw up everywhere. I was like, Kev, you gotta get the hood down. I got sick.
Here's a good question from Nice Moves Ilsa. Who wonders what's the most embarrassing music that you guys own or have on your iPods, or a song that you said, man, if somebody knew I was listening to this, they would trip out?
You know, honestly, I love ABBA.
That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
What is your favorite ABBA song?
Knowing Me, Knowing You. Knowing Me, Knowing You. That song. I love that song.
He's out there. He's hey, this guy's honest, man. You ask a question,
I'm like, knowing me, knowing you.
AJ?
Probably Enya. I love Enya. I'll be like riding around in my truck and, pull up next to someone that think I'm going to be bumping hip hop, and I'm bumping, sail away, sail away, sail away. I love Enya. I really do.
And you put it on around your place, and what do you do? Like, just
yeah, this is like around the house, chilling out. If we have like a little poker night, whatever at the house, I'll pop on some Enya. It kind of freaks out the other players. It kind of gets in their head. I'm all in.
Howie? Tell the truth, man. I know you guys. I know you're debating. Like, do I answer this?
I got some Latin stuff. So, no, actually, believe it or not, on my playlist, I just heard it the other day, and I was grooving to it, and my wife caught me. It was Rick Astley. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. No. I was practicing my boy band moves on. Never gonna give you up. Obviously, my partners like the song as well.
For me, is
I put my hands up, playing my song, butterflies fly away. I'm
That was
gonna
pre
kill
No
myself.
Clothes, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
But I love it. I'm a Miley fan.
You can't let your son watch her anymore, right?
Okay, here's one. What advice? Because you guys have been together a long time. What advice would you give to Justin Bieber? What advice would you give?
Stop doing this. The hair thing. Stop with the hair thing. I don't get that. But he can play a mean set of drums, though. That kid's talented.
I say this: step out of the Lamborghini, because I saw him in a Lamborghini the other day, like getting into it. And I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. He's 16.
It's not like I was jealous, but you know, I mean, but
I say get a good lawyer. That's for sure.
Yes, get a good lawyer.
Oh yeah.
Brian?
I say talk American.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, because I've seen interviews and he's like, yo, 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 yo. And I'm like, buddy, you could just be like, yes, it's great to have him. He needs to talk like himself.
We want to thank all the Twitterers for all their questions. Follow me on Twitter at George Lopez. Follow them at Backstreet Boys. Follow me and we'll find out what celebrity will be taking questions next. Thanks to all the Backstreet Boys, Brian, Howie, AJ, Nick. Go buy their CD. This is us. Catch them live on their world tour. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. You guys are fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you all for coming.
Xin chào các bạn, mình Tu một bức tranh này nha.
Ngoài xa kia quốc phương người ta đường viên quê xanh xa hung hồ hàng ven nào cùng nhau làm chiến khô với những thân kiên bao mong gần tiếng bao ra xa trường tiếng lên cùng tiếng lên nước lòng giang ta phương bờ đại quân Việt Nam đây chung là cứu bước trong lòng ban trên đường làm người xa cờ in can tiên vang ngang cùng nước chung người sang chiến bất vuông ngày ca lên răng xe thao luôn đường ngang ngà xa tiếng hô về nhân dân tiên đau ông nồng tên bao ra xa trường tiếng lên cùng tiếng lên nước non đi tan tan gia đình nhỏ hạnh phúc to một người cười bé cha vui cả ngày một vài thiên khóc mẹ lo hằng lên thăm tóc với cho con sẽ an lành trên hành yêu hương một vòng tay lo ôm con vào lòng một bàn tay con một chân màn đê một mẹ còn bé hơn con ngủ cho nguyện giấc mơ sẽ mẹ đầy đời mẹ ru ơi mến mát chúng ta một gia đình nhỏ một hạnh phúc con.
Không đủ.
Có lời ca.
Rồi có ăn được không?
Nó buồn hoài hoài Vũ.
Không lấy trái cây mà khỏi ra.
Má nó ăn được nó ngu dữ là trời.
Cầm cái cây khỏi đi mẹ tính dặn chứ lát cái chạy gái đi.
con tay trái nè. Ê, bài này lớp 1 nè Phúc, bài lớp 1 nè. Thấy lên cân nha. Lớp 1 đúng không? Đúng rồi, lớp cân á. Này ngồi xuống. Nghe anh tôi hát theo nha. Nghe ghê vần con đường cây, hàng bi với chim hoang.
Tao là cô chanh á.
Tôi biết cạnh đi. Nghe bé con trong vườn cây, hài đi với chim hoang. Hai chú chim cao dòng hót, hót liêu bo vàng lòng. Vui góc vui, bay gần xa, chim khuyên có hót khen. Li li li, li li li, thật là hay hay hay. Nghe bé con trong vườn cây, hài đi với chim hoang. Hai chú chim cao dòng hót, hót liêu bo vàng lòng. Vui góc vui, bay từ xa, nhìn có hót theo. Li li li, li li li, hay 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 hay. Ta lấy ngoài đi. Con trong vườn tay. Người bé con trong vườn cây, nó đi vào chim hoang.
Nói bác là cơm đi luôn.
Đây bài này mắc cười lắm á. Nằm nằm ngoài. vàng. Bắp 2.
Bắp vàng là gì?
Cho bắp vàng. Bắp vàng hả? Cái này cũng hình tựa cái bức kia nè.
Hai thằng nhỏ rồi. Đây mình đã hoàn thành một cái bức tranh đó các bạn. Bye bye.